Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Roslyn Perkins. What's going on, Nick Machiavelli? What's going on? What's going on, Ill? The answer, Ill L. The answer is yes, and now the jigs is up. Oh, okay. So today I'm gonna repeat a topic that I did probably like a year and a half ago. I'm gonna start doing that because those topics that I did year and a half ago wasn't wasn't as popular as it is now. So you might see a few things that I'm gonna be doing. What's going? And shout out to Nick Machiavelli. Shout out to EL. You know, definitely it's gonna be a great show, and we're gonna see the difference. We're gonna see a big difference on what we did before and what we doing now. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're gonna see a difference. Give me 1 second. Let me get everything started. Uh, give me 1 second, everyone. I'm sorry. 1 second, everyone. I'm almost done. Mm, all right, I'm back. But yeah, we're gonna have a great show today. The show does the Black Identity gives immigrants entryway to the Black American resources and culture. The reason why I asked this question because I asked this probably like I said a year ago, and I wasn't as active as I was before, but now I'm very active in this podcast situation and stuff. And also let y'all know, last night we got over part two got over 730 views, and the first part got 319 views. We did almost 1,000 views last night. Like it's crazy. Like we had a lot of people watching this podcast for Kwame. Kwame don't know how famous he is, you know, because Kwame's active, and Kwame doesn't know how famous and how popular he is to the Pan African community and to the FBA community. So shout out to Kwame. He wasn't on last night. He was probably out here partying, in the soca line, listening to calypso music and stuff. I don't know what Kwame is. You know, shout out to you know what? We got to give a shout out to the Pan African community because Kwame be holding them down. He holds them down more than Dr. Umar does. I tell you that. You know, Dr. Umar will go to Ghana for a few weeks. Kwame's going to Ghana for like what? For forever. He don't want to come back here. You know. So shout out to Kwame, the Pan African leader. We gotta call him a Pan African leader now. Dude came on there and started gaming. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was crazy. And the thing about it, we're the only ones that knew that was Kwame. That's the crazy part. Definitely Randall knew. Randall was like, yeah, he's always on these lines and stuff like that. I didn't know how Kwame was that active. What's going on, JX DJ X1? Shout out to you, man. Feeling I think it's doing they're doing them. and they tie everywhere into Black American culture, events, non-blacks. So using the term, yeah, that's true. It's crazy, man, because we look at it and stuff, and back in the days, they used to tell us that they wasn't black. They're Jamaican, they're Nigerian, they're Haitian, they're Ghana. You know, they. I'm gonna be personally honest. They look down on black people. And and that's the honest answer. They look down on us. You know. Um, do they look down on us now? No, because we're top tier on the food chain. So yeah, we looked at that. Oh yeah, somebody asked me to open up a PayPal, and I did. So I'm gonna put my PayPal on there, and shout out for the person who told me to do it because I actually did it this time. Let me throw it. Let me throw it in the joint. Let me see. Did it work? So yeah, if you want a super chat, that's a part where you can super chat at and give donations at as well. So I still got my Cash App, but this one will be easier because your name will pop up. Your name and your information will pop up on the screen saying that you donate, you have a big super chat, the whole 9 yards. So, whoever asked me that, there you go. And thank you for that advice. Like I always tell you, I take your advice. So, yeah. Let me see. Let me see how it looks. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Give me a second. Okay, okay. That's fly. That's fly. But yeah, yo, I'm gonna be personally honest. Yo, this channel's getting big now, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the day ones too, man, and the people who were frequently on here. So shout out to y'all. Thank you. I just want to make good content for y'all and us have a good time and also talk serious. Like I always tell people all the time, I don't care, what your ideology is. I personally don't give a fuck if you're racist. Speak your mind and tell me why you feel that way. But if the live chat gets at you, my nigga, that's on you. I found out randomly. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, man. Thank you, yo, Machiavelli. Thank you, man. I don't even know what this is. I just fuck with yo. Personally, yo. I was first. It was current events, but the current events, like yo, we just talk about everything. Honestly, personally, I wanted to help Black Americans communities. I was actually when I started really listening to the reparations and stuff, I was like, yo, you know what? This is what I want to focus on. I wanted to focus on the black community. I want to focus on how non-blacks feel about Black Americans. Just be personally honest about. Kwame was talking shit. I was like, let me roast it. Yeah, that's how we all met each other. We met each other on here. Oh, you heard about Nas? He's building a casino in New York, man. So we all gonna be going down to New York to be gambling. Yeah, him and I think Jigger is too. He's a part of it. It's like $5 billion to set up everything. Yo, it looks nice the way how he made it look. I do want to say this also because you know what we do for the first hour and 15 minutes. Yo, we just chat, talk. Yeah, man. That's a bet, man. Yeah, let's all go down there. Have a good time, win some money. The Venezuelans out there, some of them are still out there. So if you like hookers, man, there you go. You got you a Venezuelan hooker. It's yo, you meet everything, man. You see a lot of shit in New York, man. New York, I always tell people all the time, New York got a little bit dirty. Well, a lot dirty. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? Salute to Jeff. How's your day, man? Hey, any fights on tonight? I know there's a UFC fight. Give me a second. Let me check. Let me see. Uh, oh, next week. We macking, bro. Yo, you be surprised, man. A lot of people out here, they rather pay for pussy, man. You know. You want to hear something crazy? You know why people paid for pussy? They paid them not to stay. They paid them just to leave after. You know. So it's a trick game. You know. Let me see. Did you see the Indian guy from Uganda claim to be? No, I didn't even see that yet, man. Everybody's trying to claim to be Black Americans now, Jeff. I'm gonna be personally honest. It's the resources, man. Cultural and resources. This is why I wanted to do this. I'm actually gonna probably with the yeah. Bones Jones retired, so you know there's no even no reason. There's really no reason to watch it. It's mostly like Russians that's fighting and stuff. So yeah, I'm not really big on it as much. I just wanted to see Bones Jones, you know, get busy. You know, that's it. But he ain't gonna be getting busy no time soon. But Derek Lewis fights next week, so yeah, he's from Houston. So I want to see him fight, and I think that'll be it. That'll be it for me. Actually, let me see if there's any more good fights. Robert Whitaker fights. Uh, he fights in like 3 weeks. Who else is good? Duplessis. I want to see that fight. Kumsa and Duplessis on the no name fights. Uh, you can make money on it. I was thinking about that too, Machiavelli. I think I want to do that. It was on the Tariq Nasheed show on channel on an Indian dude born in Uganda claims to be American. Are you talking about what's his name? VJ Ingram? Cause VJ Ingram is from Cambridge, Mass. He was an Indian guy. He's his I forgot who his sister is. His sister's an actress. But he took Black American scholarship so he can be a so he could get his doctorate degree because he didn't have the grades to get it. I think you're talking about that, VJ. I actually talked about that. If we're talking about the same thing, you know. But yeah, it's a common thing. It's just we'll see a lot of people take a Black American resources but shit on Black Americans. You know, it's normal. The thing about it, America made it so normal. Actually, and I don't even blame Black Americans. I blame like the civil rights leaders. And the reason why I blame the civil rights leaders is because the civil rights leaders was the ones doing the "We Shall Overcome," the Mahatma Gandhi shit, you know, peaceful protesting and shit like that. There's no such thing as no peaceful. I never have seen anybody win a war with peaceful protesting, even to this day. Not even Mahatma Gandhi. You know, there was motherfuckers feeling bad for the Indians and said like, "Yo, let's save these people." You know, it was like that. But let me see what you was talking about, the Tariq Nasheed joint. Because I've been hearing about birthright, so definitely we're gonna have to get into that too, because of the birthrights. You know, we gotta talk about birthrights. You know, because you gotta look at it. They've been collecting. The Tethers was mad. He started talking about me in my face, like I wouldn't say nothing bad. Yeah, that's Kwame, man. Kwame. I always say Kwame's a very interesting person because at the end of the day, he pushes Pan-Africanism, but he talks shit about Black Americans' empowerment. You know, that always confuses me because you got to look at it. We did too much for like immigrants as it is, blacks and Latinos. And the sad thing about it, they don't even want to admit that we helped them. You know, this is how they look at us. That don't that don't apply to FBAs that birthrights. Yeah, I know. This is why delineation was so important. You know. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second, everyone. Hello. Hey, auntie. Hey, auntie. Let me call you right back because I'm on live right now. Uncle Lee passed away. Oh, okay. All right. I'll call you right back after. All right. Later. My grandmother's brother died. My uncle Lee passed away. Um. I'll talk about it after, but you sold us into. Yeah, that's the thing. And they don't want to even admit that. Oh, shout out to Postmaster Sergeant. It's good to see Black Americans waking up. I'm done with these immigrants, wherever they're from. Yeah. The thing about it is, and I'm gonna say this. Damn. Thanks, man. Thanks. My uncle. I gotta call my cousin. After my cousin Star. That's her father. So yeah, and Ernie. You know. Oh, what's going on, E. Will? Salute, salute. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. What's up, my boy? Oh no. What's up, my boy? Nothing. Just that's. Oh, E. Will. Yeah, man. It's just we fought. The thing about it, they bit the hand that fed them. They bet. That's the thing. They bit the hand that fed them because Black Americans always stuck by Africans and Latinos and Caribbeans and stuff like that. We always been by their side. It's just they didn't appreciate it. So now we come to a point where it's just like, yo, you know what? I don't even want to fuck with you no more. It's like, yo, there's no need for me to like even hang out with you or, you know, even try to help you or protect you. You ain't gonna listen. Facts, facts. Oh yeah, E will, yeah. Hey yo, E will, we did good numbers yesterday too, man. We did good numbers yesterday. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, Postmaster Sergeant, you're right, man. They bit like I said, they overstayed their welcome when they felt like they could judge us. I think that's where they messed up at. If you watch AC, I follow his advice. I stay in the shadows. Yeah, you have to, man. You know, whoever AC is, yeah, he is right. You got to stay in the shadows and just watch these people. And people don't like FBI's. Yeah, you got to look at the big impact that just the majority of I mean the minority that we had the impact that these minorities have as us, the FBA's Black American, if you call yourself ADOS, we had a big impact. You know, and look, let's put it this way: there would not be no Marcus Garvey without Black Americans. There wouldn't be no Stokely Carmichaels without Black Americans. You know, it wouldn't be most of these immigrants without Black Americans. You know, and I'm not saying all, but a lot, yeah. Like we could talk about Nelson Mandela, but we gotta ask this: when Nelson Mandela was in jail, why didn't his own people help him protest, do the whole nine for 25 years for him? Yeah, yesterday was popping. Whole bunch of people in there, but it really is about who wasn't here. Yeah, Kwame, man, he fucked it up, man. We wanted to hear from Kwame, man, and I was telling him like, yo, it's your day. It's like, yo, don't fuck it up. Like, yo, we had to talk about it. Everybody's seen it. Everybody knew it was you. You know, he's black like us. He's going to get sync up. Hopefully, man. You know, it depends, man. Cause like, yo, you gotta understand when people get money, man. They don't know nobody no more like that. You know, they only know us when they're hurting. But hopefully he does good, man. Salute to him, man. Hopefully he does good. They claim they couldn't get to the islands because it is in the water and you need a boat. Are they serious? The Moors taught everybody how to build boats. What the fuck, man? They always got some type of excuse. They always got some type of explanation. Um, I think this is why a lot of people don't really want to fuck with like immigrants and shit like that. They always got an excuse why they don't want to help us or they can't help us, and it sucks because at the end of the day we always 10 toes down with them. You know. So you know that's why we like yo fuck them. Let them handle that shit themselves. You know. Let me see. Yada yada yada. So yeah, we're doing good, man. It's just I think this is what I'm gonna say. We're on the right road right now. They are tribal. Yeah, they're tribalistic. You're all right, Machiavelli. They're very tribalistic. They don't believe in their own country. They believe in their tribes. You know, that's why you always have Africans arguing with Africans and stuff. Mentally is a field mentality. Yeah, that's true, man. You're right about that, Machiavelli. We embrace the culture. We embrace the Africans. War Kufis call each other Bloods. Duma, uh, Damu. Sorry, Damu. So we really try to incorporate them into our culture, but they wanted to take our place. Facts. You're right about that, E. You know, I'm gonna say this. That's what's that the thing about it. People don't understand. Black Americans are spiritual people. We always have been spiritual people. You know, and this is why I think people take advantage of us because they think, oh yeah, they're spiritual. They'll get over it. They'll forgive us. It's crazy. Exactly. So that's where the tensions come in at. Exactly. But snake strike, and if you survive, you know never to fall for the shenanigans again. Facts. Yeah, and this is why this is why they're going through what they're going through. They're going. Let me tell you something. Ooh, excuse me. But if we was real, if they were really fucking with us, this shit would have never happened. All this shit that's going on right now would never happen. It would have never happened. You have to keep in mind too. Yeah, natives were peaceful. Yeah, absolutely. Native Americans were peaceful. They fought when they had to. Yeah. Because they knew about guerrilla warfare and stuff like that. Like, yeah, we had our savages and stuff like that. Everybody has their savages. But right now, this shit sticks out more. They send their worst over here. They send the people that, you know, don't want don't want the best for us. You know? That's why, like I always tell people all the time, I don't really, I personally, and the reason why I don't watch UFC or I don't really fuck with the Israel Azanya, because he feels like he can talk for Black Americans. He think he can. This is just how I see it. He feels like he can talk for Black Americans. He think he's the leader, the spokesperson for Black Americans, and know nothing about our culture. You know, he knows just amount just she knows the just amount of culture and lineage of Black Americans as a white man does. You know, but the natives lost, but they mixed in with us. Yeah, facts. You know, like I said, we've been. But the thing about it, Machiavelli, we've been mixed in with them. You know, that's why we said this is why they said the ethnogenesis and stuff. It's just we didn't get off no fucking boat, man. And I'm tired of people start. I hear a dude on Tariq show Says Kamal Usman and Nigerians will beat us. Nah, we have the greatest in the world, man. Like, let's personally be honest. We got Derek Lewis. We got Jones. We got Buckley. Uh, we got quite a few. Holland's falling off a little bit, but you know he'll get back on the right page. Yeah, we got mad. We got good people, man. It's just you gotta understand too. That's a job to them. You know, yeah. Bones Jones will shut anybody down. White people want Africans to replace us, so they can sneakily go into Africa and take all their resources. The ocean switcheroo. Yeah, but the thing about it, this is where it fucks them up. They wouldn't be able to replace us. And the people who want to hear so much crazy shit, the people that started that, oh yeah, you black people are going to get deported was the white supremacists. We want you gone too. This is a white man's Catholic Christian country, you know. You know how they be talking, those white supremacists. Those white supremacists is a piece of shit. I'm gonna be personally honest. They know nothing about nothing. They as dumb as rocks. I gotta be personally honest, and yeah, facts. He been beating people up, Machiavelli. You know, like Nigerians got good people. Don't get it wrong, but they making it seem like it's gonna be a blowout. Oh yeah, we'll destroy everybody. Y'all just got a few people. Come on. Francis Ngannou's not coming back. He's Cameroonian. You know, it's like I said, they're not gonna win, and they know that. It's just something to talk about, so they can feel better about Black America. I mean, so they can feel better about themselves with Black Americans. It has always been like that, you know. It's just all these people got grudges against us for no reason. We haven't done anything to them, nothing to them, and they just hate us. You know. But this is why I always tell people all the time, and this is why I even stopped doing that, telling people, "Oh yeah, you're black, you're black, you're black." No, 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 you're not black. You know, I seen an interesting documentary about how they tried to get rid of FBAs in baseball. Historically, FBAs are the best, like every other sports, but now they are all Latin Americans. Yeah, and they make crazy money too. There's people that be making like 400 million a year, like every what 5 years, 6 years, or some shit like that. You know, it always been like that, man. They always try to get us out the way when we make things popular. You know, like when you start really naming like the greatest, you always have to name Black Americans. Mo Vaughn, Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron's. What's the other dude who was he was like a leader scorer and they just finally put him on because he was in the Negro League. Him, yo, there was Jackie Robinson. There had been way better people than Jackie Robinson. It's just Robinson was more promotable. You know, that's all it was. He was more promotable. Made damn near a million. Yeah, facts. It's true. You know, that man speaks damn near no English. Ken Griffey. Yup. You know, Mookie Betts. You know, I think he's black. I don't know, but yeah, Mookie Betts. You know, Frank Thomas. Yeah, from White Sox. Yeah. Bo Jackson. Barry. Was it Deion Sanders? Yeah, Deion Sanders played baseball. Michael Jordan did all right. You know, he wasn't the best. Literally, the best players were black. Yeah. Yeah, Hank Aaron's. You know? But we don't they don't consider us. They trying to erase us out, you know? And if it is, just so be it. We'll just create our own league. Sooner or later, we're gonna create our own league, you know? That's what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a league of like, yo, people don't want to fuck with people no more. So like, yo, let's create our own league. See how they do then. Sunday, to start. It was okay to party on the lake during the 4th of July weekend, and things immediately goes back. Oh shit, yeah, that's just bad, man. FBAs were so good they could literally play two sports, two pro sports at the same time. Yeah, Deion Sanders. This is why I said, yo, Deion Sanders is the greatest, like, just football player ever. Deion Sanders. People don't give Deion Sanders that much credit. Everybody says Tom Brady or Lawrence Taylor, but people always forget about Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders played like two or three positions, so yeah, it's about the money. Something. It's about the money. Yeah, flashy. Thought you'd be surprised. And hold on one second. Coolest African. Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. It's just we gotta. I feel like we're gonna have to start holding each other down like three times more. You know, and the reason why is there is not gonna be nobody to defend us when shit's happened. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard Kamaru Usman or Israel Zanya talk about any black problems or any current events on black Americans, knowing what's going on in America? That's what I'm talking about. You don't hear that shit from them. You know, give me a second, everyone. I gotta rewrite something over. Mm. All right, I'm back. But yeah, I'm gonna be writing something, but I'm still be talking. Um, yeah, you just don't hear. You don't really hear nothing about them anymore. It's just I don't think Israel Zaya is gonna fight this year. I think he's gonna fight in the beginning of next year. And the reason why, I think he's making more money not fighting. You know, and I think a lot of these people are gonna start fighting once a year because they're getting a lot of money. A lot of these people are getting a lot of money, a few million. Like what's his name was supposed to fight, never fought. What's that Irish dude's name? Give me a second. I'm just changing something real fast, everyone. Just give me a second. Yeah, I just gotta change something real fast. Just give me 1 second. I had to put my fan on my laptop. Is it even working? Yeah, it's on. Alright, it's not working. Fuck it. Oh man, give me a second. All right, here we go. Yeah, I gotta buy a new fan for my laptop so it doesn't overheat. Yeah, this shit's done. But yeah, that's what we have to do, man. And Like we gotta get. I don't know why we have to get sick and tired of somebody to actually understand what's going on. I feel like people. I feel like, and this is just how I personally feel. I feel like people want us to get beat the fuck up, and people not say anything. You know, I feel like they think we're supposed to, take a lot of beatings. Like we're not normal. Like we don't feel anything. I personally feel like that. You know, I feel like they think all of this shit is supposed to keep on happening to us. You know, and it sucks. I gotta be personally honest. It really does suck. It sucks a lot because we can't be looked at as normal. We always have to be like, stronger than everybody, be better than everybody. We always have to be three times better just to get half the credit. Like a person could be like super fucking lazy and a person will be like, oh that person does everything. You know? He does everything. You know? Like we're having our culture ripped from us right on camera. You know? We always have to be like, oh yeah, we all did this together, like we're not fucking smart. And like I said, it's stupid. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid, man. I feel like we shouldn't have to do that, especially all the work our ancestors put in, all our work, just all the work that our ancestors put in, all the jobs that like things shouldn't even be this hard for us. I'm gonna be personally honest. We should be like, oh, you know what? They appreciate everything we do. This is why we need reparations. This is why, hold on, culture. This is why, I think we do need a delineation. I think because this will give people a reality check of like, you know what? These black people have done a lot in America. We need to, appreciate that. Instead of like, oh yeah, we did this together. Why the fuck we always have to hear we did this together when it comes to us? You know? We always have to hear, oh yeah, we did this together. Knowing damn well they did not build America by themselves or with us. They watched us build this fucking country. And we watched them kill our ancestors, our great grandparents, our great cousins, our forefathers. We seen them sexually violate them. We hear them sexually violate them. We seen them smile when they were hanging black Americans. The few people that's in the chat, don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, thanks, DJ X1. Thank you. I appreciate that. I totally forgot about to even say that. Jesus Christ, he's gonna kill me. Like DJ X1 said, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share, and if you're on X or Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter, hit the follow button as well. And if you want to donate or share, you could Cash App or you can do PayPal. I just set it up. I set up the PayPal for the super chat. So if you click this link right here that I'm putting in the live chat, that's where you can hit the super chat at, and I'll get everything. But yeah, it's just we get tired of all that craziness, man. We get tired of not getting the credit. That's like you build a fucking house, and after that, the lazy fucker who is asleep most of the time, or just watching us do some work, say, "Oh yeah, we did this together." Like, we did this together. Like, we don't need to hear that fucking shit. You know, you disrespecting, first you're disrespecting our culture, you disrespecting our forefathers and our ancestors when you say we did this shit together. I still get offended when they say, oh yeah, we had you in slaves and y'all was listening. Nah, there was most of us fighting. This is the reason why y'all let us go. Y'all didn't let us go out of the kindness of y'all heart. White supremacy was scared. They were scared. It's like, yo, we can't keep on paying for these people to have military because at the end of the day, it's costing too much money. We might have to set up another system and let these people go. That's what was happening. Then don't forget, these people are coming off a warrior background. These native blacks with warrior backgrounds, killing people. So you don't think they were setting people up like, yo, we're about to take over this plantation right here. We're about to kill, Master John or whatever he wants to be fucking called. He's going to be Dead John. Fuck that. Motherfuckers spitting in their drink, poisoning them. Yo, there's this place in Boston called Common Square. The reason why they called it Common Square because they had slaves in Massachusetts. These 4 people poisoned the slave master and they hung him in Common Square. This is why it was so famous. Nobody knows that story, but that was the story of Common Square. Because it was a common place where most black people were hung at. But yeah, they started poisoning people's slave masters and shit. Yeah. The motherfucker was out here getting busy, man. But yeah, I'm just tired, personally me, I'm tired of people lying on our history. Like, stop lying on our history. You know? Like, we gotta understand, they was the ones that saying that they was not black. They was the ones that saying that they were Nigerian. They had all this fucking pride. It wasn't us. We have never done that until now. We just started agreeing with them. You know what? You're not black. You don't have these men. Oh, whoa, wait a minute, nigga. Well, hold on, wait a minute, nigga. We got the same culture. That's why when we were examining Kwame's debate. This is where I told Kwame, this is where you fucked up at, because at the end of the day, you're the ones who are always saying that black people are African. So when this dude makes Ogun juice, you can't be mad at him. You're the one who be saying that black Americans are African. Now you trying to tell this man, yo, you can't use these herbals and these herbs and these this type of medicine. Like, you can't be mad at him. You told that man he was black. He was African. Then what really fucks me up is that they claim vegetables and fruits and herbs and shit like that shit can't be grown in America. You know? Like, that blows my fucking mind, man. I'll be like, yo, who are these niggas? Where are these people from? Like, we have to ask these questions. Yo, where are y'all from? Like, I never seen you a day in my life. I never seen a person with that type of forehead. So like I said again, we gotta watch these folks. These folks ain't really helping us. Give me a second. Let me see if everything's good. Yes, sir. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, man. It's just, I also gotta be personally honest too. I feel like we have done too much for them as well, and I'm talking about Africans as a whole. There are some Africans that actually appreciate it, but just to look at the whole situation, I think we have been doing too much for them. You know, this is why I have. That's why I want them to come on this show and talk. I want them to be like, oh well, you know. Hold on, the broadcast isn't it? That's why I'd be like, yo, you know, how do you feel about blase blah or this and that, you know? And when they tell me, I'm like, well, you know what? You have to look at it like this. When you came to this country, y'all didn't have anything. But once y'all start getting a little bit of money and stuff like that, and pimping the system and shit, and now you're better than us. You think you better than us. You calling us lazy. You said that we're not hard workers and stuff like that. This is why I'm like, I'm kind of happy about the birthright situation and people getting this shit fixed. And the reason why I'm happy that they're fixing it, because at the end of the day, it's a reality check for them. It's a reality check for them. Why do my ancestor have to pay for your birthrights? You know? We tried, you don't like us, you don't fuck with us, you say any and everything about us and stuff. You talk about we're lazy, we're this, we're that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we do need a delineation. This is why people get mad when we talk about delineation, because they're going to lose resources. And the thing about it, Donald knows that. Donald knows that, like, yo, if we actually delineate, if these motherfuckers actually delineate, we don't have to give all of these people 20, 30% people all these resources. We can just give it to, like, what were we, like 13, 14% of America? You give 13, 14% whatever they ask for, and they're going to vote Republican. They're going to vote Republican. Hold on, give me a second, everyone. They sold the royalties. Yeah, they did. You're right. They actually fight and get right. They sold they sold everything. Man, let me tell you something. What these Africans and these Caribbeans did, they turned on each other. They turned on each other that they need our help. We can't help them no more. We got to worry about us. And they have an issue about us worrying about ourselves. You know? But it's going to be all right. They'll figure it out. And I say it as much as I say it as all the time. They'll figure this shit out. They're smart enough. Remember, they're doctors and all this other stupid shit that they be saying. They're hard work guys, you know? You're a hard worker. You'll figure it out. You don't need black Americans. You know? Just like we tell the white supremacists, you don't need our help either. We don't need to work with you. Why the fuck would we want to work with you? Y'all motherfuckers steal everything. Y'all the biggest liars in America. The white supremacy. You think we're gonna fucking help you? Fuck you, you know? Go do that shit by yourself. I'll say this, though. You try to riot or you try to do that dumb bullshit that y'all used to do in the 1950s, 1960s, motherfuckers got guns out here. We got legal guns. We'll send you back to your motherfucking ancestors. I'm gonna be personally honest. Black Americans got guns out here. We got guns out here if y'all don't want to act right. You know? You know? We try to help y'all. We put y'all into the government places and stuff like that. We try to get y'all into positions and shit. And y'all just fuck us over. And y'all don't even want to take... Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't even want to take... Y'all don't even want to take... Not advantage, but... Y'all don't even want to take, you know, accountability for it. you know. Then let me tell you something. Then the people who do like black Americans, y'all fuck it up for them. Y'all fuck it up for them because those are the people actually, you know, that are even saving you. Let's see what Shabaka says. Shabaka said something. Immigrants are not hurting or harming us in any way. So, way you are talking some Tariq Nasheed, xenophobic bullshit. No Africans ever called me anything, but brother, no. Do we gotta show the videos? Do we gotta start that up? Hold up. Wait a minute. We gotta do it to you already. Watch this. Oh, I gotta reset my MacBook. Hold on. Not the whole thing. Watch this. And we don't want to hear, oh, it's only some Africans after. Watch this.
Because this is a very controversial talking point on the internet, right? I go on TikTok and I see a lot of UK people speaking about block Americans, right? So with what a lot of people, the UK, Africans...
Hold on, you know what? We're not even going to watch this one exactly. We're not even going to watch that one exactly. Hold up. Hold up. You know we're going to watch it, right?
Stuff you see on Instagram, you know that's just black people, like black Americans.
I mean, I would think African Americans got the most influential culture in the world, to be honest with you, which is the hip hop culture. You know what I mean?
Fashion.
Yeah.
Fashion. It's like if you go anywhere else in the world, you're gonna see some kind of American culture in it.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I find it crazy that people say they don't got no culture.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
when I think of culture, I usually think of certain aspects like food, language,
all right, I'll put
dance
it in
and art, music, and each one of those
check my description. See if that one works too. But I'll
categories,
go on
I
there
can
right
name
now.
something specific to Black Americans that they have contributed in one way or the other. That's specific.
People
to
don't make their marketing schemes based off what Black people would buy or watch.
I mean that's true. So when I hear people say that, it's crazy. And even when I hear like African parents say that, it very much sounds like the same rhetoric that a white person would tell their kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't marry that black guy. Like, he's ratchet, they ghetto, this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's crazy to hear other black people, not just Black Americans, but just black people in general, have that type of like rhetoric towards each other.
I think it's also how the white people portray Black Americans. So that's why people from other countries looking at it like, oh, that's how they look.
They got lazy motherfuckers too.
I'm just saying. No, what you was gonna say, I wanted to talk about that actually because
all right, try that one.
I know when I do talk to Africans, they usually have a, like I said, negative stigma towards Black Americans, but that's because of what we've been taught. Like, I'm not gonna lie, growing up, our schools and the media have never told us anything positive about Africa.
That one's good right there. This one works right here.
Like, you get what I'm saying? This has always been negative. Like, since I was growing up, every media thing was, and they portrayed Africa as having like the kids with the flies on their face and send 25 cents to support. It wasn't until, I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't until I went to Africa. Like, I went to Uganda, I went to Palissa and Kampala. When I went to Palissa, it was very much a poor city. But when I went to Kampala,
we joke on each other. You know what I'm saying?
It's just the negative connotation.
Hold on.
Loves me and
go with like also how the man
relationship for myself.
Oh, my fault. This is the wrong one, everyone. This part.
What did you say about the African Americans?
Well, he said we don't have any culture. When he looks like our culture, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. How does that look like? So I want to say something about this because I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Like because we have a lot, because I'm a Nigerian American, right?
Yeah.
And our show is predominantly like a lot of Africans on our show.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of these kind of conversations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So someone like myself, I would say certain things that may offend other people. I may say something to offend an African American person, right? Mm-hmm. And they would now look at me and say, "Well, you look like us. You're trying to look like us."
No, you are one of us. You're American as well, right? You said
I'm American, but because I guess I'm Nigerian as well, they're thinking I'm trying to look like you guys. I'm trying to talk like you, but I'm American. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is, what does an American person look like, and what does an African person look like? How is an American person supposed to dress as opposed to an African person? That's what I think.
I think it's pretty obvious when you look at Black American culture. Like, we do dress. We have a different swag about us. Our fashion sense is different. Even with you ladies, you guys are wearing wigs and weaves. Not saying y'all, but I'm saying in general.
Thank you,
African
DJ,
women do wearing that. Yeah. I've never associated women in the motherland being a rich, like, I haven't seen that. I usually present with your natural hair more. I think that aesthetic is
great point.
A Black American aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just me personally. Like I said, I have never, when I looked at the motherland of African women from the motherland, I've never looked at them having all of this makeup and, you know, enhancements and surgeries and stuff like that. Like, so that to me is an aspect of looking the part of Black American woman. Like, you know what I mean? So even how certain Black men...
But also, where did Black American women get that look from? They got it from the Europeans. So that's why I feel like Black Americans and Africans are on the same page.
Where do you think?
Because we're all wearing...
Where do you think the world get most of its fashion advice or sense from, or styles from? A Black man walking up and down the block who made his designs or made his appeal. LL Cool J,
Dapper Dan,
for rolling his leg up. You know, and this is where I see Burna Boy rolling one leg up.
To hone in on the clip with Burna Boy specifically saying African Americans do not have culture. What did he mean by that? Because African Americans do have culture.
Well, if you ask a lot of Caribbean people or even African people, they question African Americans. There's no war. You get what I'm saying? We want to be respected just as much. Shit, if you let alone, we was shipped here without our permission. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and I think that's where the confusion comes in, because the culture is lost for African Americans. They don't know.
We shouldn't be attacked.
Started here 400 years ago. It came from Africa. So now you got Senegalese culture mixed in. You got Morocco culture mixed in with African American culture. Even just in Louisiana, gumbo, okra, all that came.
You see this? They try to take our culture. They say we don't got no culture. Now they say, oh yeah, all of this shit came from Africa. After they just said we don't got no culture. You talk the same as a Ku Klux. Why? Because I empower my own people? Shabaka, this is what I don't get. We empower Black Americans, and I think you're an African or Caribbean, and you don't appreciate that we're upbringing our people. You're closer to the Ku Klux Klan than I am. The Ku Klux Klan don't want Black Americans empowering each other. The Ku Klux Klan don't want us coming together like y'all, like how y'all don't want us to come together. Only time the Ku Klux Klans want to fuck with us is when they're benefiting off of us. Like, let's personally be honest about that, Shabaka. This is why I played this video with these women. Because they talk like y'all. They're the ones who have that white supremacy outlook on Black Americans. You didn't say shit about them. But it's always a Black American. You ain't no better than the motherfucking police if you really want to be personally honest, Shabaka. Let's be honest. You ain't no better than police. You think negative about black Americans. Like you do. It's all right. You do, Shabaka. You don't want black Americans to uplift each other. If it doesn't benefit y'all, then you don't want it to happen. If it doesn't benefit your culture, you don't want it to happen. That's what's wrong with Pan-Africanism. This is why people don't go to Pan-Africanism anymore. Y'all were going through a God complex problem where if it is not y'all helping, then it must be evil. It must have been done by a white man. The white man probably told you to do that. This is how y'all think. That's why you got the Pan-Africans right now begging for money. That's why you got them not uplifting no community. That's why people look at Pan-African as the feds. You got the Brandons, you got the Dr. Umars. You got those people. They suck. All that shit was under the Dr. Umar tree. But once Tariq Nasheed talks about, you know what? We need to uplift each other. We got to stop helping these people because they don't respect us. And they're going to have to figure it out by themselves. Once we cut your resources off, it's xenophobic. Y'all are the Ku Klux Klan. Y'all are the Nazis. We always go through this bullshit with y'all. We cut off Dr. Umar's money bag. He's mad. Black Americans always gave money to Dr. Umar. That motherfucker was ungrateful. Talk about we need to give more money to him. He ain't no better than a preacher. At least this motherfucking Tariq Nasheed puts his own money up too. What's going on, Rando? Shout out to Rando. You are not empowering anyone. You are talking shit. You talking police shit. That's why ICE can whip black people from Haiti and FBAs are cheering. No, we're dancing. We're minding our own fucking business. That's what we're doing. We're minding our own fucking business. Because every time we did help y'all turn on us. Why would we help the enemy or people who treat us like the enemy? Fuck that. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Wigs and makeup started in fucking Africa. Are you serious? Are you serious? This is the shit I'm talking about, Shabaka. This is why Pan-Africanism is not for the black community. That's why you failed us. Your Pan-African movement failed black America. Failed the black community. Y'all are not no better than the Black Caucus. Y'all are no better than the Boulets. You are no better than the Divine Nine. You're in the same boat as them. That's what you are, Shabaka, and I gotta be personally honest. This is when y'all true colors come out, is when y'all can't benefit off of us anymore. When we cut that line off, we was like, y'all gotta have to defend for yourself. Now y'all crying foul after all the bullshit y'all said about black Americans, after all the times y'all set us up, y'all undermined us, y'all manipulated our policies. Are you serious? If it's like that, then fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Let ICE take them. Like, Mexicans can't even say anything, too, because they're deporting people out of Mexico. They're deporting Venezuelans out of Mexico. They're doing the same shit that's happening in America and in Mexico. Let's be personally honest. We got this bitch right over here talking crazy about black Americans. trying to take all of our progress. Taking all our progress. We can't have shit because of the motherfuckers. Send all the motherfuckers back. Fuck it. Send them all back. They were never with Pan-Africans from the beginning. That's why Marcus Garvey wasn't successful in Africa. Yeah, like Tariq Nasheed said yesterday, that's why they elected a white man over Marcus Garvey. That's your Pan-Africanness. Y'all talk this black shit all day, but y'all won't even vote for nobody black. Are you serious? Y'all wouldn't even vote y'all wouldn't even vote anybody black. But y'all have an audacity to talk about Tariq Nasheed that actually does something. You hate on him. You slander this motherfucker's name. I'm surprised he's not going to try to sue all y'all motherfuckers. Because y'all slander him. Haiti's from Black Americans. You have no fucking idea. There are more Pan-Africans than there are black in the U.S. So why can't y'all build Africa then? Since there's so many Pan-Africans, why can't y'all build Africa? What, you gonna blame the white man? You gonna blame white supremacy? Let me tell you something. We acknowledge that there's white supremacy, but we're not gonna leave because it's tough right now. We're not gonna just leave. We're gonna put the work in. Y'all don't even want to put the work in Africa. Y'all want to stay under black people and bitch and moan. That's all y'all want to do. Y'all want to bitch and moan to the black people. Oh, you ain't helping us. Nigga, fuck Africa. Fuck Africa. Y'all calling yourself Nigerians, and that was named after a white woman. A white woman named Nigeria. We all know that. Nigeria was created in what, 1914, 1911? But y'all proud to be calling yourself Nigerians. Y'all don't even know y'all own fucking history. Get the fuck out of here. That shit is crazy. That's why I say fuck them Africans. Send them all back. Them niggas ain't got let me tell you something. If them niggas don't got their green card or don't got no citizenship, bring them the fuck back. Why the fuck you should benefit off of black Americans and you don't even like black Americans? Fuck it. Send them niggas back. I'm sorry. I can't defend these people no more. I defended them for 30 years. Them motherfuckers have never changed. How are they taking anything from... They're not, because they're going back. They're going back to fix their country. As they should have been doing 30 years ago, fixing that fucking country. You should go with them, Shabaka. Help them fix that country. Since there's so many Pan-Africans in Africa, go fix that country with them. Go help with Akon City. The fuck? They still haven't laid a brick down in 10 years for Akon City. That motherfucker talking about it's a process. Get the fuck out of here. We don't trust them folks no more. They're all scammers, man. Now let's listen to what your girls say.
From West Africa, for them to pick up those traditions and cultures. So that's where they're saying you don't really know where the culture is because it's coming from thousands of languages and tribes and countries because we were shipped all over. We didn't ask to, you know what I'm saying? So that's where
we don't know shit about Africa. This bitch is stupid. We don't know nothing about motherfucking Africa. We talk crazy about Africa, and you talk about we know about, oh, we getting all our ideas from Africa. How the fuck we getting all our ideas from Africa and we know shit about Africa? This is the bullshit that Africans do. Talk, oh yeah, you got that from Africa. Nigga, are you serious? We don't know nothing about Africa. This is y'all doctors and y'all fucking lawyers in Africa.
They're like
high off the hog, nigga.
Necessarily where they're honing in where it's like you don't have cultures because.
But you shouldn't say that. But we built a culture.
We built a culture.
African Americans, you guys, you do definitely have your own culture. I can definitely say. I would never take that away from.
It's because it's lost.
No, even
it's lost.
But
culture.
I would
that's
never.
That's a mindset from thinking outside the box. We had to create as we go. Like everything, our language, how we talk, how we walk, what we make is also unique to what we are.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I would never take that.
So I think it's just more so what has to be told to him that they do have culture, but it was made and created. And it became their own culture, hip hop. That's literally a culture from Black African Americans.
So my question now for you is: would you now say African American culture derives from African culture?
I think we all take a little bit of something from each other. That's shit is things.
I think that is true. And matter of fact, Art, can you play that clip that I had real quick, because this is going to correlate kind of to this whole conversation.
What do you say when people say where you from?
America.
No, where's your country?
My country is America. I was born in New York, raised in.
Where your parents from?
My parents are from New York.
Americans, they don't know where they're from, you know.
I think American black people are the most lost black people in the world.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
This is your people, Shabaka. I'm hoping you're paying attention. This is how your peoples talk about you. And this is the people that you defend.
I think American black people are the most lost black people in the world.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you see black people over here. You know where they come from. We all know where we come from.
What are some negative stereotypes y'all heard about Black America from your parents, from your friends?
You literally said it all.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Right.
Like my mom would tell me not to marry an African.
Yeah.
Right.
She says it all the time.
My parents are both from Grenada. They came here in the 80s.
Nigeria was invaded. You are fuck Nigeria. I'm gonna be personally honest. Fuck Nigeria. I'm gonna start off right there. Fuck Nigeria, and I'm gonna finish reading it. Saying the same shit the white man wants you to say. No, fuck Nigeria. Have them defend it for themselves. They sold out other countries. Nigeria is always selling somebody out. Let's personally be honest about that. Nigeria is always selling people out. They always stealing and scamming. Fuck it. Let's personally be honest about this. They're scammers. The fuck? Are we gonna act like they're not scammers? Are we gonna act like Nigerians aren't scammers? Let's keep on going. Let's hear what they say about your brethrens.
And 90s. So what he was saying about how they think that black people are lazy does like resonate with me, because I've heard that a lot.
And I'm West African, Nigerian, because if you remember the movie Sugar Hill, and there's a scene where they're doing the thing with the drug dealer, and the guy said, we can't work with Akata. That's a word that they were calling the American blacks, Akata, the Nigerians. Akata is a word that they use for American blacks. And Wesley Snipes was like, yo, what is this Akata shit you keep calling us? And the guy goes, we don't want to work with cotton pickers. Africans come to America, and then there's a lot of my African-American friends say, man, a lot of Africans are really mean towards us. They're really nasty.
So, what you gonna say about this Shabaka? What are you gonna say about your African, Pan-African people? I want to hear it. You right away. Go on, right. We want to hear what you're going to say. We want to see you're going to defend their ignorance. We want to hear you defend their ignorance. Go on. What are you going to say? He don't want to talk. See, he ain't got nothing else to say.
Nasty towards us because they feel they're better towards us.
You being a man from an African family, what would your family say about you bringing like an American woman?
My daughter's mom is American. Most African parents, if we're being honest, they would actually prefer you bring home a white person.
Thank you.
I can't categorically say every Nigerian got this talk, but a lot of Nigerians that travel abroad got this talk from their family, where they will sit you down and tell you you're going there. Don't go and talk to those black Americans. You just go and get pregnant. You get into drugs. You start become gang banging. They give you that talk. That there just go to the white community, find a nice place.
That's why we are not saving them. We are not gonna save them. You go down with the ship. No. These are Africans. These are Africans. These are Africans saying this, Shabaka. These are Africans. My culture comes from the South. We came up here from the South. We didn't come from no fucking Africa. Y'all don't even... Shabaka, you don't even know where in Africa you're from. You talking about, oh yeah, I got a little bit in Nigeria. I got some in Senegal, Ghana. Nigga, are you serious? Nigeria? Nigga, Nigeria was created in 1911, nigga. You talk about you from Nigeria. Rosa Parks, let me tell you something. Harriet Tubman is older than fucking Nigeria, nigga. Nigga, you crazy. Y'all niggas is crazy out here. Y'all out here bugging. Y'all out here high off the hog.
They just go and be decent. Stay with the white people. They give you that talk. So when you enter America, you already have a perception of African Americans. You've judged them.
Well, we don't want them here.
They're your brothers and sisters.
They're not our brothers.
They're
not taken away. Unfortunately, we will develop by ourselves.
That video could have been
We're
a lot
not brothers.
longer. I just wanted to
You heard
like.
that. We are not brothers. We are not brothers. An African said that in Africa. This is why I say keep that shithole ass country. Keep y'all asses over there. That birthright shit ain't for you anyways. That shit was made clear. You don't get no birthrights over here. Your birthright is in fucking Africa. Go to Africa. This is how y'all feel about us. Who the fuck you think we are? Martin Luther King? Oh yeah, turned off a cheek? Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Go to the Pan-Africans then. The Pan-Africans will accept the abuse. We're not accepting no verbal abuse over here. We getting busy over here. We getting y'all niggas out the paint. They add no value. Facts. Get them niggas out the paint. Get them out the paint because at the end of the day, first of all, they manipulating everything we're doing. They putting these people in government positions, not staying on code. They're not staying on code. They're going with what? The people y'all talking about, the white supremacists, the white devil and all this other shit. Y'all talking this white devil bullshit. And y'all going right with them. So nah, yo, fuck that. You go with them motherfuckers. We don't care anymore. You cannot save your own your stupid ass. You have no fucking power. Y'all have no power in Africa. The Chinaman's busting y'all shit right now. Y'all about to turn on Abraham. Like I said, y'all gonna turn on Abraham. That nigga's gonna be that nigga's gonna be taking a dirt nap because of all y'all niggas. All y'all niggas don't want to fight. We already know what's gonna happen when the going gets tough. Y'all niggas is running. Y'all gonna run on Abraham. Y'all ain't gonna sit there and fight. You ain't gonna sit there and fight. Y'all gonna comply or run. That's what y'all do. Let's talk about it. You want to talk? We can talk about it. Y'all gonna comply? Excuse me. Y'all gonna comply or run? That's all y'all do. This is what y'all do all day. We can't keep on helping y'all anymore. Enough is enough. Shabaka, if you want to go down in Africa and help them niggas in Africa, be my guest, my nigga. But let me tell you something. They got history of running. Yes. They was the first one doing the Running Man. Y'all can keep that. We used to do the Running Man, but y'all are the original Running Man. They always claim it's the government when it's really the people. Yeah, absolutely. They turn on each other. They're tribalistic. Shabaka want us to keep on taking abuse. This is when the shit gotta stop. We can't keep on taking abuse from these motherfuckers. Let's personally be honest about that. Why we always gotta take abuse like, oh, we're not human or we're not normal? This is what they do to our women when they when they have babies. Oh yeah, they could take the pain. The fuck? Shabaka don't even defend black women. Yeah, them niggas stay running. That's why that's why they think they're the best in the running sports in the Olympics, because they're so used to running. All the Africans and the Caribbeans. What the fuck are you talking? What the fuck are you doing? What's the fucking code? Stay on code. Y'all couldn't even stay on code. We all help each other. Once y'all got a little bit, oh, we ain't fucking with you. We going with the white man. That's the type of shit that y'all want. You can't run from the north or the south. I've gone in 2006. You ran north to south. You can't. We stayed in our country. You can't run north from south. Shabaka, you sound crazy, man. This is the shit I'm talking about. They're running out of talking points. The liberals are running out of talking points. I ran from the north to the south. You ran from Africa to North America. You ran from Africa to Europe. That's a difference. We left the South for a better opportunity in the same state, in the same country. In the same country. Y'all didn't want to fight for y'all country, so you ran out the country. So we supposed to be, oh, yo, them niggas got pride. Oh, yo, I want them on my team. I want them on my team because they can run. Those are my leaders right there, those people who ran from their country. Are you serious? We don't want them niggas. We know they're going to run on us. You are taking abuse from the fucking... No, we be putting hands on the motherfuckers. We put hands on the motherfuckers if they ever come out of pocket. That's why they talk that, oh yeah, they're violent. We're violent because we defend ourselves. Get the fuck out of here. That shit sounds crazy, Shabaka. You sound crazy right now. You are Nigerian, Shabaka. It's all right, man. There's nothing wrong with a Nigerian. It's just I don't know how y'all run fast with flip-flops, man. That shit is crazy. That shit still blows my mind to this day. But we can't respect nobody who runs from their country and don't help their country. We actually help America. We stay in the country. Them niggas who ran out and we're in Canada, okay, so be it. Them niggas ran to Canada. They can't get benefits. It's up. I'm calling ice on all. Oh shit! Shout out to Lala Brown. She said she calling ice on everybody. When it's up, it's up. Fuck it. Do you think the Haitians really put hands on ice? The other day, I seen no videos of them doing it. They ain't gonna do that. They not that stupid. Them motherfuckers will, especially in Florida, they shooting people. They shooting people. They just want to know who to give their bodies to. California, they calling in the National Guard. In Massachusetts, they getting busy on them. They're packing them out. Yeah. I told you, I was going to Taco Bell's. This dude got tackled. His burrito flew up in the air and shit. Yeah. ICE knocked them out. Knocked them down, packed them out. I was like, oh shit! The motherfucker seen my flag in my car. Had my Black American flag in my car, man. I was driving an American car. Fuck that. I seen people in New York. I seen people in New York say it didn't happen. They said it was an old fight from Labor Day. Nah, they're packing them out in New York. Was it Boston Black Americans have our own institutions in innovation that contributes to our homeland. These other groups haven't added anything to the country, just as much. Facts, Postmaster Sergeant. Yo, you're right. They haven't added anything. The ones who contribute, those are writers. Those are the people who are staying on code. Those are the ones who had to turn on their own people to say, like, yo, this is wrong. Yeah, I'm from Florida and feels so good to not be in a racial hot seat. Yeah, absolutely. It's like that sometimes. People are sick and tired of that. Always having to turn the other cheek. Always have to be, always have to have the guilt trip. Oh, yo, why you doing that to these peoples? Nah, fuck that. Them people deserve that shit. Do Africans keep saying we own nothing in this country? This is so false and played out. Yeah, Shabaka, he's African. You could tell. It's all right. It's just like, yo, Shabaka can't say shit about us. Wow, the front end like that. Yeah, yo, people be tired of that shit. Yo, people's tired of that. People's tired of hearing, oh, yo, can we all get along now? Only time y'all want to get along is when y'all in trouble. The white supremacy does that now. We should be coming together and getting them out. Why would we get along? Why would we get them out with you? So you could turn on us again? The fuck? No matter how many times things get debunked, others just keep running the same lie. Yup. Absolutely. In 3 minutes, we're going to start the show, but yeah. We can't keep on doing that with them, man. It just... This is why this delineation is very important. I think we really do need to delineate from them. You are truly a brainwashed ass African. You don't live around your peoples. That's the code. Make money and move. You are foolish. But this is the thing. I always come back to my community and do what's best for my community. When you get money, you're supposed to move out the community because at the end of the day, you might get robbed. No matter if you're a good guy or a bad guy, you're going to get robbed. The fuck? What type of shit are you on, man? So let me ask you a question. If Elon Musk gets deported, you think he's gonna be around white people? Those white Africans? No, he's gonna build his own place away from them because they're gonna rob him. The fuck? Between them and the Latinos, all I hear is K-Dot fuck the big three. It's just big me bomb. Yeah. Facts, Lala. Let them know, like, yo. It was the big three. It was Africa, Black America, and Latinos. They fucked it up. It's the big three. It's the big me now. It's the big me now. Y'all motherfuckers couldn't stay on code. Y'all was doing what was best for y'all community and y'all culture. Now is the best time to do what's best for our culture. I'm white and this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Capping the immigrants judge to 800 and putting people in camps. Fuck it. They knew what the consequences was. They knew what the consequences was. You know? Let me ask you a question. Brett Rose. Shout out to Brett Rose. We're gonna have a heart-to-heart conversation. Where was humanity when white supremacy was hanging us on trees and y'all was having cookouts? Where was the humanity when Daniel Penny killed, what's his name, Jordan something? Where was the humanity when black Americans was working, and y'all stole 90% of their wealth? We don't give a fuck about their country. We don't give a fuck where they at. They signed up for that and they're in detention camp. They're in them detentions now. They knew what was up. They knew if they didn't get their citizenship, they will be in that ICE detention center. Now you want me to feel bad because they got caught. Let me ask you a question. When a criminal steals and they get caught like 3 months later, you think they should just like, oh, yo, that's inhumane. They don't need to be in jail in a place like that because they stole $1 million. No. It's a crime. It's the law of the land. Brett Rose, we can't give passes out here. It's the law of the land. If you do that, if you're here illegally, you're going to a detention center. I'm just being personally honest. George Zimmerman. Thank you. George Zimmerman. Where was that sympathy and that inhumanity? Let's personally be honest. Where's our reparations? We talk about reparations. Where's the humanity in that? Or our ancestors getting 90% of their wealth stolen from them. And we're trying to get it back. Where were you then? But we want to talk about immigrants, right? Okay, let's talk about immigrants. Where was the humanity when some of these people were sexually violating these people? Where was the humanity when people was violently getting beat up, stolen, getting their resources taken? Where was the humanity was that? Where was the humanity where you have all these black Americans living in tents? You always talk about humanity, but not for everybody else. It's only for your agenda. We don't give a fuck about cages. What is capping the number of judges to slow down deportation while using privates for profit cases? Fuck it. Use it. This is a real Tariq Nasheed Sessions. It's not about tethers, but at the end of the day, that's the law of the land. If you do something illegal, you go to jail. These people are here illegally. It's jail time. It's shine time. What you mean? The fuck? It's okay when black Americans get the shit on the stick, and we don't see none of y'all here. Yeah, it's your agenda. Only time y'all come out to this show is when it's profitable. It's cool. I got time for y'all. Now, Hooga Gang, let's be personally honest. You're mad at Tariq Nasheed because at the end of the day, we want to delineate. Won't you let us delineate? You know if we delineate, y'all are not going to get those resources anymore. They're going to have to make laws for you. This country ain't going to be sweet as it is now. You're not going to have the milk and honey of this land if we delineate, and you know that. That is your problem with what I'm saying. 1,000 dips. Now, let me ask you a question. Can I go to Africa or your country with $2 in our pocket? No, I can't. But all the things that we fought for in America, for immigrants to come to this country, to get a fair end of this, to get the fair end of the day, they turned on us. So you know what? We're not going to keep on getting abused. Brett Rose and Hooga Gang wants us to keep on getting abused and say, yo, y'all can handle it. This is what y'all saying. Trump is doing the same shit as Hitler. Trump ain't gonna give you shit. Nor was Kamala Harris either. The fuck? Kamala Harris wasn't gonna give us shit anyways. But you ain't gonna say anything about her. I'm talking about the tethers, not you. Oh, I'm sorry, Hugo Gang. Oh my God, my fault, Hugo Gang. Yo, my fault. I was in the zone, man. My fault. Yo, Hugo, my fault. Yo, I was going. Yo, Hugo, I was in the zone. My fault, homie. Oh shit, Ewo facts. We got bigger fish to fry. Facts, Lala and Ewo. That's true. This shit ain't about Trump. This shit is about us, man. This is our year, man. Hugo, I was in like oh shit. Oh my God, yo, that shit was funny. It's okay. Hula, oh my God, that shit was funny. Yo, but yeah, we can't keep on getting abused by people who don't respect us. Let me tell you something. Shabaka, when you have Africans and all these other people start respecting us, then we will help. And y'all help with the reparations, then we can talk business. If you ain't trying to help, nah, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Oh shit, yeah, that shit was funny, Hula. Oh my God, shit. But yeah, Shabak, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You want to go to Africa, fix up Africa, go to Africa. We ain't got shit to talk about when it comes to reparations. I am educating my peoples to fight against racism. You can go nowhere with $2. Oh, you could come to America with $2. You could go to England with $2. You can't do that in their countries, and you know that. So you know what? They are reaping the resources and the benefits off of black Americans. That's why they want to be black American. This is why they want to use the word black now. They started to understand, like black Americans started to understand, like, yo, these people don't want to fuck with us. We're tired of helping. Why we gotta keep on helping these folks and they don't even like us? Before we start, like and subscribe and share. And hit the subscribe buttons. I'm going to say it twice. Hit the subscribe button. So we can get the likes up. Keep on doing the live chat. I'm loving it. Shout out to Shabaka, Hula, E. Will, Brett Rose, Lala Brown, and all the rest. That's what I see right now. Rando too. Rando's always on here. But we're going to get started. And I'll put in also too, if you want a super chat, I'm gonna put the link on the bottom. So y'all, if y'all want a super chat, let's see. But we're gonna finish it. We got a few videos we're gonna watch. We're gonna start off with this one right here. This one is with y'all boy Tariq Nasheed. We gotta watch
Caribbeans, it. A lot of their talking points is black Americans or FBAs don't have culture. Mm-hmm. What do you say to those people who say that?
That's a projection. That's a projection because we are the culture here. Mm-hmm. Our lineage goes back to this country longer than the lineage to their country because their countries are relatively new, especially over there in West Africa. Not just West Africa, all of Africa. Many of those countries were basically created in the 1800s at the Berlin Conference. So they don't have a deep, rich culture. That's why a lot of them have to leave because of a lot of tribalism. They're not as deeply rooted as they're supposed to be. So they do a lot of projecting onto us. Our culture is so deeply rooted here. Everything about American culture that is good comes from foundational black Americans.
True facts.
The food, the dance, the slang, the sports, the entertainment.
Dress, yeah. They try to say you can't use those examples nowadays.
Why can't we? Foundational black Americans created the modern doorknob. We created the modern toilet. We created modern dry cleaning. So many things that we created. We created the modern home security system. I mean, we've had 50,000 patents. We can claim all of this stuff. All of the music genres was created by foundational Black Americans. We are the culture. And they know this because if you go to their countries, they're acting like us. We're not acting like them. They got on baseball hats and Nike shoes and stuff that we're wearing.
That's a fact.
90-degree weather.
Right. They ain't wearing kente cloth sweatpants. They're wearing Nikes and Adidas like we're wearing.
Right.
Yeah?
That's true. So even when you went to say about how the countries in West Africa, like I've seen an old map of Africa before they had the invisible lines with the borders with the countries, and like you said, those countries didn't exist until like the time frame you said. So when I hear this conversation, I think you've seen one of our clips. It was a Haitian woman, and she was like,
I definitely remember that.
She was sitting on the couch and she was just like, I can't date a Black American because Black Americans don't have any cultures, and that one just went crazy online because it just. While she's dressed like an American Black woman, she's sitting there talking about Black Americans don't have, like, you know what I mean? So that is always a kind of divisive talking point in the diaspora.
And they can never tell us what their culture is, because when people call up to our lives and start talking about culture, I ask, what is your culture? They can never give an answer. You understand? We can give answers to what our culture is, all of the music and the foods. We can give that, but they can't really give an answer to what their culture is.
So,
and that's no disrespect to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. We got love for you, but those who come over and try to denigrate us and project this weird thing, we will check them.
Why is it so easy for everyone to attack, the culture of Black Americans?
The thing is, this is the game they play. With us, we are so inclusive. We share our culture with everybody. We're too damn nice. That's been the problem, because whenever we do something, we say, okay, we chop it up to just global Africanness. We've been on that. So if we do something positive, we'll say, hey, our African brothers, we got it, probably from some tribe or whatever. We'll share it with everybody. For a long time, we were sharing hip hop with the Caribbeans because they were like, well, Caribbeans helped do it. And we're like, not really, but we'll share. We're all Black. We had that type of thing. And that was a mistake. Because what happens is a lot of these people who didn't create anything, we give them something, then they take it for granted and then say, hey, you know what? I did it and y'all didn't do shit, and y'all ain't got no culture and we do. And we're saying, hey, we ain't playing that game no more.
That's the shit I always tell people all the time, that's where we messed up at when we say, oh yeah, we all did that shit together. We didn't do nothing together because they really never fucked with us like that. Let me see what y'all said. Typo. You immigrants in here. Facts, hula. Yeah, you're right. Facts. They only get respect cosplaying as us. Yeah, facts. Lala Brown, you're right. That's the only time they get respect. That's the only time they get respect. Is when they fuck with us. We've been trying to tell them for years, like, yo, stay on code with us. You'll have more than what you have now. We don't mind, helping people, but at the end of the day, we just want loyalty. They can't even give us loyalty. It's that all blacks in America have Tyrese is pimping. Wearing European clothes. What's European clothes? What's European clothes? There's not that many rich people in America, Shabaka. What are you talking about? There's only like 8% of rich people in America. And if you really want to be serious, probably 12, 13. Like, we can't keep doing that. You can't keep lying like that.
That's a projection because we are the culture.
We can't keep lying like that. We try to wear kufas, and then y'all play with us. Yeah, play in our faces and stuff. We can't be doing that. Now we're going to watch why people is upset about this delineation.
South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural, foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend, enriched with this legendary root, offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of root work today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
Let's get Lisa.
Hey there, how's it going? So I just have one question for you, right? So
like I said earlier, the jig is up. Facts. Get a L. Yeah, the jig is up, man. And let me see what Postmaster say. We're gonna get back to it. Our culture is our food, fashion, innovation, music, art, etc. The most studied and imitated all around the world. Black Americans are the standard of blackness on a global stand. Facts. Go on, man. You get them, Postmaster Sergeant. Yo, you doing your thing, man. Shout out to you.
I agree with, your message about delineation, right? I think that's important.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's important. The only thing I don't honestly agree with is the separation that you push. And why is it only other blacks that you refer to as tethers, right? Because I would think that in a way, we all need each other, right? I support reparations for foundational Black Americans. I love foundational Black Americans. I'm not one. My children are. You know what I mean? So I just.
Now, where you from? What's your lineage here? Where you from?
I'm from Jamaica. I was originally born in Jamaica,
Got
but I grew up here. I serve this country. I love this country. I love Black Americans. You know what I mean? I look at y'all as my brothers and sisters. I don't see myself apart from you all, and whatever struggle that you guys have, I'd be there to support that. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it. So my question is like, why do you push that sort of division? And also, why is it only other Black immigrants that you have an issue for? Because see, listen, they don't turn away the Cubans.
Facts.
They don't turn away the people that come from other places. And it's more of those types of immigrants that are here in America that is taken away from your benefits than
Shabaka,
it is. They don't hardly like they
it.
turn all the Haitians away. I know you know all this, Tariq. So that's my question.
Now, what issue do I have with the Caribbeans and the Africans? What issue do you think I have with them?
I mean, I don't know. What I'm saying is, why are you targeting?
Well, you said it, man.
But why are you targeting other Black groups when there are other immigrants that come to this country besides Black people? It seems as though
targeting
it's calling us tethers and focusing your talking points around just other people that actually look like you that just happen to not have been born here. That's my question. Right. So where's that same energy for the other racial groups of people that come to the United States of America and get pushed up in front of everybody? Okay? What about those?
Do you want me to answer, dear?
Yes, I do.
Do you want an answer?
Facts,
you already know the answer. You know the answer. You already know the answer. The tethers are a people who do certain things. It's not just because you're an immigrant. We don't call people tethers just because they're immigrants. We call them tethers based on the actions they take against us. When you pop up looking like us, and then all of a sudden you get elevated to a certain position and start talking about, hey, guess what, guys? We don't need no reparations. We need to stop begging these white people. And then we're looking around like, who is this nigga? Where did he come from? And then all of a sudden we find out you're Caribbean. That means you're a tether and you're a problem. We don't need people like that misrepresenting us, do we?
I'm here. I've heard, I don't know necessarily that it's people from the Caribbean saying that. I've heard a lot of FBA people say that. I've heard your own people having that argument. But still,
Who?
Many.
On a major, no. Who did you hear on a major level, on a major platform saying that? Because I'm not talking about just some goofy coons in little Twitter spaces. You get some people who are elevated to significant positions to talk about what we shouldn't get, and these people aren't even qualified to get reparations. And yes, that's a tether move because we couldn't do that in Jamaica. I couldn't go to Jamaica and start telling Jamaicans what y'all can't get. they would stone me to death.
Well, I don't agree with that. For people that are not, that should have a voice for Foundation of Black Americans, I wholeheartedly disagree with that. So if that is the case, then it should be dealt with, and you guys have every right to stand on that platform and speak about it and push back against that. My only issue is that everybody's getting lumped in, and you know what I'm saying?
No, you're not. No, you're not. No. Everybody's not getting lumped in. This is why we designate some of our non-FBA riders from the tethers. We're making a distinction. Everybody who's an immigrant is not a...
So for you, Whitey, I'm going to tell you something. We didn't help Trump. Most of us didn't even vote. We don't give a fuck. And the reason why, because y'all both suck. We're going to be personally honest about that shit. We ain't on your fucking team. Y'all turn on us before a black mamba snake do. Are you serious? You think we will help y'all niggas? Hell no. Why do you wild? You're wilding out, man. I don't know what type of glazing you think we're doing. No, we ain't glazing Trump. Nigga, you crazy? I'm gonna tell you something. Once he actually starts doing something for black Americans, maybe we'll think about actually getting on the Trump mobile. But other than that, no, we don't give a fuck. We're just dancing until, his shit is over. We're not helping anybody. You crazy? This man really think we was gonna help? Yo, we seen enough slavery movies to know not to help y'all. we seen a lot of civil rights movies to help y'all. I'm gonna be personally honest. Not true. You think we really will help you? Whitey, we're not going to help you. We wouldn't even help y'all if y'all on fire. Y'all white supremacists, yeah, we're not going to help you if y'all on fire. I'm sorry, we're just not going to help you. We'll probably make marshmallows and smoke. You think we're going to turn on Africans for y'all? You think we'll turn on Latinos for y'all? You probably hitting that meth pipe right now. I'm sorry. We know not to trust y'all. Y'all history is so horrible. We will never trust y'all. I'm be honest. We are his team. Whose man is that?
The tether. This is why we're saying that nigga over there who's talking about we shouldn't get this or that, and they're not even qualified, that's a tether, and he's a problem. If you are a non-FBA person and you ride with us, we ride with you. But there is a tether class that we cannot let undermine us. And we've been telling you guys for decades, why don't y'all deal with y'all coon class? Because see, we deal with our coons over here. We let people know who the coons are here.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry everybody. Shout out to Whitey. You tried, but yeah, we ain't fucking with you, my man. And man off the silly shit. Yeah. Shout out to Del Monte Green Beans. Yeah, he's on the silly shit right now. Yeah, he's wilding. Shabaka, is that your man? Get your man, Shabaka.
Our FBA coons like a Jesse Lee Peterson or a Larry Elder, we warn y'all before they even come in the room. We say, hey, look, there's a couple of goofy niggas. They about to come in talking crazy. Don't even trip. They're coons. None of us take them seriously. Y'all don't let us know who your tethers and coons are. You don't let us know who's going to come among us trying to undermine our movements. So we have to find out for ourselves. And when we start slashing and dashing, there might be some shrapnel getting hit on certain people. But that means y'all need to be letting us know who the Sambos are within your ranks so that we don't have to deal with them, because it gets ugly when we deal with them, because we're dealing with them now. We're not letting nobody come among us with that goofy ass shit no more, undermining everything we do. We're looking at everybody's paperwork, and we're starting to see a lot of goofy stuff that's going down. Their paperwork is funny, and don't nobody know where these folks are from. And then when we start looking into their background, we find out they're not even part of our lineage. And that's a significant thing when it comes to us trying to build something. You understand?
I understand everything that you're saying. All I'm going to say is have the same energy for other racial groups as well. Don't just target other black. That's it. That's all.
We're not targeting anybody. No, thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay, you're just saying the same thing. We're not targeting anybody. We're not targeting anybody. We're just getting some straightening. Nobody's being quote unquote targeted. Let's be very real, because y'all get on that. Y'all targeting us. Let me be real. Let me be real. Foundational Black Americans don't be thinking about y'all. Let's stop with that. We targeting you. Foundational Black America. We don't sit around thinking about you. We really don't. We don't think about you. We're not sitting around talking about what some Haitians are doing. We're not sitting around talking about, damn, I wonder what them Jamaicans are doing. We don't. We really don't. But we don't want to start getting into political circles trying to handle business and getting stuff for our group. Then all of a sudden somebody runs up and they're sitting in our mix pretending to be us. And then the minute we start talking about getting some tangibles for us, they go and do something goofy to sabotage it. And then we're looking around like, who is this? Your man? Whose man is this? Who is this person? And don't nobody know who they are. And then we find out it's a damn tether.
Here we go. We got another one. Yo, we got another one, man. Whose man is this? Ricky Rebel, man. Y'all Trump people are crazy. Yo, Trumpy's nuts, man. Yo, we're not gonna ally ourselves with no fucking white supremacists. Are y'all fucking crazy? Bro, you got a Confederate flag in your background. You think we will ally ourselves with y'all? Trump don't even ally himself with y'all. He denounced y'all. He think y'all fucking idiots. Let me ask you a question, Ricky. Why do all the poor white trash people, the ones in the trailers, are the most racist ones? Then you got the rich white people, they don't give a fuck. They just care about money. Why the fuck would we ally ourselves with y'all? That shit don't make no fucking sense. Y'all are losers. The rebels are losers. Y'all honor treasonous. I will never align myself with anybody with a rebel flag. Those are losers. We don't lose. Why the fuck would we want to align ourselves with y'all? Like, let's think about it. You lost the Civil War. You needed black people to help you. Black people were killing y'all on y'all plantations. Y'all was gonna let us go anyways. Why the fuck would we align ourselves with you? We don't love none of y'all motherfuckers. We just don't give a fuck. We've been through every type of problems that America had and has now. We don't care about y'all. Y'all are fucking losers. Y'all are meth heads, man. You allow yourself with a rich man that don't even like y'all. Donald Trump don't like y'all. He's not even white. He's rich. He look at y'all lower of the lowest. He pimp. That's real big pimping what Trump does to y'all. That's real pimping. He be pimping the shit out of y'all. I'm sorry, I just gotta be personally honest with you. Tariq Nasheed, Shabaka just told everybody the reason why Tariq Nasheed helped Trump because nobody voted. There was nobody to vote for. They both suck. It's just y'all had to handle it yourselves. It was harder for y'all. Then the black people who did vote, it wasn't enough. A lot of black people that voted. That's the thing. Thank you. There's people in the live chat telling you that he never fucked with y'all. But salute to y'all. You know, salute to Big Ward, the genius from Trump. For Trump, and what's the Ricky Rebel? Shout out to y'all, but yeah, we didn't vote. I didn't even vote. You know, I didn't give a fuck because whoever was the president, They both suck. You know?
That's a problem, and we keep seeing that over and over again. Let me get my sister Cece, Miss Connie, in here. How are you, dear?
Hey, Tariq,
Shout
how
out
are you?
Demonte. Demonte's funny.
I'm good, dear. What's on your mind?
In response to the lady that just spoke, she irked me so badly. One, I just want to say, if she's still in the space, we have smoke for everyone, anyone that disrespects us.
Thank you.
The problem with melanated immigrants is they cloak themselves in our identity. And like Tariq said, right, they start saying we. We're not the same ethnicity. A Japanese can't speak for a Chinese person. A Jamaican should not speak for a Black American.
I'll try to find that.
And further to the point, the melanated immigrants are a lot more dangerous because they're like Trojan horses. They come in, they smile in our faces, they hide their identities until, like Tariq said, they get on top. They start participating in white mediocrity, white supremacy, locking us out, only hiring their own, getting on television saying, huh?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, and then one last couple of things. They get on television saying, when I win office, I'm getting rid of Black History Month. What? Right, crazy things. Then they straddle the ethnic fence. 1 minute they're us, they get with the white man, and they're like, "Oh, I am Jamaican. I'm better than them. We work harder." And the Africans, like, they all do that. So that woman, I think, like you said, she knows what the deal is. These people just get butt hurt.
Shout out to Ricky America. I don't do Christianity because it's a white supremacy. So yeah, that's absolutely not. But shout out to you, Ricky. You know, Rocky America. Sorry about that. Shout out to you, Rocky America. I will never do anything with no type of Christianity. First of all, y'all don't even follow the whole Bible. So yeah, I'm not fucking with that. But shout out to you, you know. Salute.
And my last thing is, go call out your people. Stop running up on our stages. You hold a space and talk to your people about their bad deeds. Thanks, Tariq.
There you go. Yeah, that's another thing. Y'all always y'all come among us talking about, oh, don't why are you so mean and you be targeting us? Nobody's targeting you, but y'all, the tethers be all up in clubhouse spaces talking greasy.
I'll get right
about
with
us
you,
all the time.
Mr.
Y'all get in
Duke.
these Twitter
Give me a
spaces,
second.
get in these little rooms talking real greasy about us all the time. And nobody ever says nothing. Y'all never go into those rooms and say, hey, we need to stop talking about these FBA. We need to chill out. Y'all don't do that. So yeah, we're getting some straightening because it's extremely disrespectful for any type of greasy talk coming from these people. It's very disrespectful.
All right, so I'm gonna say this. I just wanted to get to like 11, 12 minutes. Mr. Duke, Trump didn't do shit for black people. That's the only good thing, because you know why? Every liberal, every Democrat who was in office has hurt black Americans with the law. Jesus Christ isn't white, Mr. Duke. He's not white, but okay. That guy who you think is white is Caesar Borgia. Caesar Borgia was a incest. He was a murderous, sexual assaulter that fell in love with his sister. His name is Caesar Borgia. So that wasn't Jesus Christ. I'm just letting you know, buddy. All right. But it's all right if you think that's your God. I'm not gonna stop you from thinking that. But yeah, Donald Trump didn't. Donald didn't help nobody. He just didn't put no laws to hurt us. That's all. And that's good. It's cool, you know. He didn't really take anything from us. The DEI wasn't really going to us. It was going to white women. It was going to the LGBTQIA. It was going to handicapped people. It was going to Indians, Caribbeans, Africans. That shit wasn't going to us. You know, and shout out to you, you know. Thank you for your interesting live chat. But yeah, he didn't do shit for us, and Jesus was black. Y'all wouldn't be able to last in no fucking sun. I'm just letting you know. Y'all don't have enough melanin to last in the sun. especially not near no fucking Africa. Team Jesus, I'm not Democrat or Republican, but bro, FDA's not all, but some are. Yeah, some are. The little bit that are did, but 80%, 80, 70% went to what's her name? Kamala. I'm just being personally honest. It's just you got to understand how many people voted that were black. A lot of us didn't vote. That's why it looked like all of us voted, and we didn't really vote. Like, Shabaka's telling y'all that, and Shabaka don't even like me right now. Shabaka's saying, yo, you voted for Trump because most of y'all didn't vote at all. You know? Yeah, but let's get back into this. This is almost done.
Especially when it was foundational black Americans, and I keep reiterating this point, that helped get you up out of whatever third world you came from.
Facts. Hit him with the words.
Y'all got over here because of white folks saw your hard work ethic. You understand? And let's be clear, all of these other different groups of people, they were able to come here because foundational black Americans was stomping the yard.
Oh, sorry.
To help them get over here, to get some of those laws. Every law that allows you to come over here, foundational black Americans had to stomp the yard for that law. From top to bottom, going back to the 1800s. I'm talking about from the 14th Amendment to the immigration law in the early 1900s to the civil rights laws and the immigration laws in the late 60s.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Duke, Team Jesus, Rocky America, Big Ward, the Genius. Yo, y'all know y'all can subscribe. Yo, it's all love here. It's like, yo, this is just current events and we all talk. Just because all of us is black and Mexican and Caribbean don't mean that you can't join and talk to us. You can always talk to us, so there's nothing wrong with that. So definitely join.
That's been us at the forefront of that.
And get
active
in the live chat as well.
Even some of your independence movements over in Africa in particular, that was us stomping the yard for that too. We were lighting the spark. We were helping to put in work. Over in Ethiopia, it was foundational black Americans going over there to help out. And certain other independence movements.
I'll get right with you,
South Africa. Foundational black Americans were at the forefront of making noise about that, ending apartheid. We were stomping the yard heavy for a lot of people. So we just don't want any disrespect. We help out so many people, then they come over and start disrespecting. Who's this person? Who is Mimi? Who is this Mimi person? You're making a lot of hand gestures, Mimi. Is this some trolling you're gonna do? Because I don't think you can disagree with what I'm saying, Mimi. Hop on, Mimi.
I'm right here, but what do you?
Oh yeah. Also, yo, those people I just named. Yeah, we get crazy in the live chat, so that's why I say, yo, y'all can say whatever you want to say. It's just, yo, we do get crazy in the live chat, so say what you want to say. Yeah, we get busy.
You went out of the United States of America. I'm not standing.
We what?
I don't think.
Mr. Mac, not yet. I'm gonna be getting Streamlab soon. It's just right now. I'm still building, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll let you talk. Definitely, and like I said in the live chat, you right. Yeah, definitely. Yo, I'll answer your questions. In the first hour, I'll listen to y'all talk and I answer y'all questions. So like I said, you could be whatever you want to be. You could be a white nigga. I had white supremacists in this live chat before. So if y'all want to talk crazy, definitely talk crazy, and I will read what you're saying. I do it all the time. So don't think I'm gonna like block you because you're saying some racist shit and stuff like that. Nah, fuck it. I know how to get busy, so I'm not saying you specifically. I'm just talking about just in general. That's why I told those people, I was like, yo, if they want to be in the live chat, yeah, let them. It's cool, you know? Okay, because I know the truth about a few FBA samples like Teresa. That's cool and stuff. Right in the live chat, we could all see it, man. You know? Like I say, yo, I'm in my community right now. I'm in my community fighting for my community. I fight for reparations. I am on the task force. So it's just, I'm just brutally honest with certain things. You know, I'm even hard on the liberals and the conservatives. Like the guy just came up talking about, I'm glad foundational Black Americans is on the, on the Republican side. I was like, yo, we just don't give a fuck about none of y'all. We're not going to be on none of y'all sides. We're not going to be on none of their side because all of them are going to turn on us. This is what you got to understand too, Mac. Every time we defend Africans, we defend the Caribbeans, we defend the Latinos, they turned on us for the people that are trying to get them the fuck out of here. We are tired of that. We're tired of being on their side and they turn on us. When is enough is enough? When is enough enough? Yes, we don't have no friends anymore. It's only what they could benefit off of us. The tribalistic stuff that they do, they bring that here to us. Oh, shout out to you. Thanks, Hula. Thanks for the subscribe. You know, but it's we can't keep doing that. We can't keep on helping people. I used to be down with all FBAs. All used to be Trump big and paying FBAs to cause division. We have, but the thing about it, Mr. Mac 25, we have to cause division. We have to delineate from these people. If delineate means division, then we have to do that because you know what? Every time we try to unite with everybody, they turn on us when they're up one. Again, Mr. Mac 25, when is enough enough? And we're having a heart-to-heart conversation right now. When is enough enough? When is somebody going to help us do for us instead of us do for everybody? When is people going to stop stealing our culture and saying that's not our culture, that's Africa? That's Jamaica, that's Haiti, that's Trinidad. When is enough enough? This is how like an everyday Black American is feeling. And let's play hypotheticals. I don't do hypotheticals. Let's say Tariq Nasheed is trying to divide people. You don't think Black people been feeling like this forever? Feeling like, damn, why we even fuck with these people and they always turn on us. When they get in these political seats, they turn on us. When they get in these political seats, they always talk shit about us. They always talk shit on our communities. They divide our communities. They integrate our communities, but don't do it to their own people. Why is that, Mr. Mac 25? I'm going to let you get your thoughts together, but we can't keep on doing the same old bozo shit that we used to do. And it was bozo shit that we was doing. And the reason why I say it was bozo shit, because we kept on going back and helping y'all. I don't know if you're FBA or you're Caribbean, but we can't keep on helping. I agree with us about some Mexicans and Caribbeans. I agree about turning on. No, I'm talking about on all of them, even Africa. Africa's out here talking shit about us, calling us akatas, calling us cotton pickers, telling us that we don't have no culture. That shit came from Africa. When are we going to hold Africa accountable? When is Africa's going to be accountable for all the shit that they have been saying about us? All this shit when they come to America, don't mess with the black community. Don't mess with black men. They sell drugs and gonna get you pregnant. Don't mess with these black women. They're gonna turn on you. They're gonna take everything that you have. When are you gonna hold Africans accountable? I'm giving you I'm giving you the truth of what they say about us. I even heard Africans say this about us. Delineation is stupid, yeah, when somebody's not benefiting off of us. It's stupid. We already tried to do the unity thing. The unity didn't work. The Pan-African shit didn't work. Pan-African failed us. The Boulets failed us. The Divine Nine failed us. The Black Caucus failed us. We are by ourselves, Mr. Mac 25. You got to understand that. We white Trump supporters love seeing you blacks fight all other blacks. We're not, the thing about it, we're not fighting them. We're just not helping them, Whitey. That's the difference between us and you. We don't need to fight anybody. Your culture has to fight. Your culture has to be savages. Your white supremacy has to manipulate systems and undermine people and spread lies about people. Black Americans don't need to do that. No, the thing about it, y'all are dying off. Y'all are mixing. Y'all not even pure anymore. You got Nick Fuentes is your leader, and he's a Mexican. The Proud Boys, that guy was Cuban. There's no such thing as a white country anymore. Y'all are so mix and mingle with your enemies that it's a shame to call yourself even white anymore. Now I'm not even pure. I'm gonna be personally honest. Your white supremacists are not even pure anymore. You FBAs is... No, we're not. We're not doing anything to help you. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can't even help your own community. Y'all couldn't even build this country by yourself. Why would we help you? Let me tell you what you white supremacists are. Y'all white supremacists are nigger needers. You know what a nigger needer is? You always need black people to help you. You always need black people to fight for you. You always need black people in your politics. You always need black people to lead. Show you how to do stuff. Invent. You can't do it by yourselves. Y'all had a chance, and y'all was on the borderline of eating each other. Is that something to be proud of? Then after that, y'all turned on your own people and started a civil war, and you still needed black people. Is this something to be proud of? Then I'm going to give you a little hint. I'm going to give you a little funny thing on something. Your guy, Nick Fuentes, all that racist shit that he talks about, he got ran out and packed out of Massachusetts by transgenders and liberals. Is that something to be proud of? Is that somebody to hold high almighty on? Is that your leader? This is why people come to my show, Waddy. This is why people come to my show, because we bug out and we tell the truth. Y'all talk about Mexicans being dark and all this other darky shit. Let's personally be honest about it. Y'all are just natural born losers. Y'all have $1 million worth of whiteness and still are losers. How the fuck you have, let me ask you a question. You are a white supremacist. You have $1 million whiteness. The system is on your side and you're still losers. Y'all still in trailer park smoking meth. And y'all still are musers talking about, oh yeah, we used to be Aryan brothers. We used to be Aryan warriors. Used to. You a coulda, shoulda, woulda nigga. That's what y'all are. Coulda, shoulda, woulda been white Aryan warriors. Y'all are pathetic. That's a damn fucking shame. Y'all are proud of this. Let me tell you how pathetic y'all are. Y'all talk about this rebel, this Confederate flag and shit. We want you to have that shit. You know why? Because that reminds that y'all are losers. Y'all are pathetic. Y'all give awards to losers who lost wars and shit. Yes, you are failures. You are a failure to America. This is why we need black history. This is why we need black excellence. Because y'all failed at everything. White supremacy failed at everything. And shout out to Shabaka because, Shabaka's a Pan-African. He wants to bring everybody together. But no, we get busy by ourselves. We pack out people. And you got to hold accountability to yourself, man. Y'all are losers. Y'all need black people. Y'all can't run this country by yourself. This is why y'all have Poland. Because it's small and it's manageable. The Moors help you build that. That's crazy. England. The Moors help you build that. Europe. The whole of Europe. The Moors help you build that. Black people. Now, let's ask this question now. What is so honorable about being a white supremacist? Not a motherfucking thing. Because y'all are just natural born fucking losers. Y'all can't be proud of anything. I just got to be personally honest. Y'all can't be proud of anything right now. Y'all steal inventions, and we're finding out, a black man invented that. That's a black component. Y'all can't build anything. If it wasn't for black people, y'all would still be holding up fucking sticks with fire. Talk about, look at this new invention I have. The fuck? Y'all wouldn't have pillows. Y'all wouldn't have houses. Y'all still be sleeping with animals. My family's from Selma, Alabama. I know how Alabama mobile is. And shout out to you. Shout out to Whitey. But Whitey, white supremacy, that shit doesn't work, man. This is why you do need black people. America will never be all white because you need black people in here. It is what it is. You can't do it by yourself. Look y'all had a whole country by yourself. Y'all ran to Africa. You wouldn't even leave no motherfuckers alone. Y'all needed Africa. That is so sad. You needed motherfuckers that live in mud huts. That eat hyena meat and giraffe knuckles. You needed Africans. That's sad, man. You can't do it by yourself. This is what y'all honor. Failed white supremacists. But let's get back into the show, everybody. Salute to y'all.
I don't think we're stingy as Americans, but you talked about all the other continents. It's like you're no different than Biden. Do you want to send Ukraine some money?
What are you talking about?
I mean, because that's what you just did, brother man.
What do you? Okay, first, ma'am, get your thoughts together and lay off the
something.
Hold on. No, Gladys. Get your thoughts together.
You gonna call me Gladys? I'm gonna call you Stevie Wonder.
Okay, that don't make any sense, Gladys. Now let's get your thoughts together. Now, what are you talking about? Let's start from the beginning.
Stevie Wonder was out there, not even blind.
Yo, Big Wood, hold up 1 second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Did I just read what I just read? Hold up. Big Wood, did you really write that? Yo, this man is crazy. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right. Big Wood, I'm going to tell you something. White supremacy can't even lead to get out of a cave. Let's personally be honest about that. They couldn't lead this country into greatness. They couldn't lead this country into war. Get out of a war. They can't lead this country into doing anything. I'm sorry. I would never want to be under any of most of them of their leadership. They got the poorest leadership ever. If I want to know about stealing and colonizing and SAing people in incest, I will go to white supremacy. And living in caves in cold weather with animals, yes, I will go to the white supremacy. Other than that, we don't go to white supremacy about uniting people. You know, they couldn't even unite Europe. Like, it's... Like I said, Big War, they're pathetic. I'm sorry, they're very pathetic. You know, you seem like you're picking cotton, my man. You seem like you're a field nigga, right? I mean, you're a house nigga. We doing all right, you know. You one of those type of people. We okay right here. We talk about we about to escape out of the plantation. You talk about why. We all right. We good over here. That's how you sound, Big War. What's this what's this us shit? My family from Alabama, and my family would not even fuck with you. And they black as they can be. You probably got yourself a movable trailer or something. You got yourself a white woman. It's all right, man. You got yourself a little pink toe, and you got to defend them. I understand. But this us and we shit, that's just a you thing. That's a your problem thing. That's cool and everything, but don't bring your situation with our situation. Our situation is way different from yours. You know, you like to be in captivity. We don't. You know, we like to be free in this motherfucker, you know. Kari. I knew a guy named Kari. That's what's popping. Black immigrants have been coming to America since the end of slavery. I'm in Charleston White, and I consider myself a pure white Christian. And I don't even go by black anymore. So you consider yourself white. So you're like one of them transracial people, like Rachel Dawson, Kari P. Yo, you're the first transracial person I know. So you're like a 35-year-old white man, right? But you're black. Yo, you remind me of that dude off of Atlanta. That man's crazy. Kari, what the fuck are you doing? I don't understand this possessive thing in black America. Because you're not black. That's why, Kari. You know, you say you're a white Christian. You know white supremacy enslaved black people in the Christ of God, for God. Like, you sound crazy when you say shit like that. This is why I say I'm not a Christian. Christianism is a white supremacy ideology. You know? That's why you don't understand. Stop the FBA bullshit divisive. How is it divisive? Why? Because we want our own culture. We want our own lineage to be known. You know? You can't get mad about that, Kari, man. You know? The guy from South Carolina. I'm sorry, Kari. You're just a funny guy, man. So are you white or are you really black? I know you're one of those transracial people. So if y'all don't know what a transracial person is, just a black guy that identifies as a different race. That's Kari, if that's right. The relic is poisonous and just say you want a pink toe, man. Just say you want a white woman. We're not gonna judge you if you want a white woman, man. It's all right. Race mixing is wrong. Color don't mix with pure white. Well, that's why you're dying out, Mr. Duke. You're dying out. You know, that's why there's only 7% of white people in the world. Yeah, you're dying out, man. Y'all motherfuckers is coming out looking like Bob Marley and shit, man. So it's, yeah. We won't see y'all in the next 120 years. I'm fucking with you, Dr. Duke, Mr. Duke, or whatever your name is. You know, y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all white people, y'all white supremacists, y'all make me laugh. Let me tell you why y'all make me laugh. Y'all talking about the pure white race is the strongest race, but y'all can't. How y'all say y'all God loves y'all and y'all can't even be in the sun? You know, yo, the sun is one of the minerals that you need for your body, but y'all can't have it. You know, you Y'all should want some, black in your blood, some melanin in your blood. Y'all running around here looking like fucking vampires and shit, and y'all motherfuckers is dying from skin cancer and shit. You want your kids to die from skin cancer and all these other weird diseases and shit? You should want your kids to be some type of melanin type of person. Y'all look crazy out here. I'm gonna be personally honest. You know what y'all are. Technically, oh shit, somebody called y'all the children of Cain. Oh shit. Let me just get back to this, man. I'm not fucking around with y'all, man.
It's too early to be drinking.
Well, we're not going to do that. We're
over.
not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how Stevie Wonder was able to get all those hits.
Yeah, but Kari P, you know what Louis Farrakhan's father was? He was a Jew. Hey, he was a Jewish man. So you talk Louis Farrakhan, all that other cool shit. Louis Farrakhan was a writer. And Louis Farrakhan's father was a Jewish man. Yeah. Malcolm X's father was black, his mother, but Kari P, you gotta understand, Malcolm X followed the black culture. He didn't follow Grenadian culture. He didn't follow that shit. So, shout out to you, man, but they didn't follow it.
And that motherfucker not blind. You don't want to talk about the FBA now.
Ma'am, can your grandkids come
Don't
get
call
your
me
flowers
from me. That's my handle. I call you Tyreek. You
I
in your little
respect my
beaded jacket. Let me find out that you're not even a U.S. citizen. If I don't have the time to do it, because I know you got I know, I see you. You're big. But, well.
Bertrice, you're way too old to be using fentanyl. Who gave you some of that stepped-on ass dope? Whoever your drug dealer is.
Listen, let me tell you something. My
Ma'am, you got some leftover LSD from the 60s. Ma'am, how did you keep that LSD and keep it that potent for so long? You on old dope. You on angel dust. You on dope that they ain't even got no more.
You
got
so obedient. Where you get that curly hair from?
Ma'am, where did you get the old dope from?
Tyreek.
Clarence Thomas is a coon.
Ma'am, you're on speed. What kind of old ass dope are you on, ma'am? You're not even on recent dope. Damn,
I just
Gladys.
noticed like crackhead children that got pretty hair.
Oh, okay. God. Somebody get y'all grandmothers. Y'all get your grandmother. I had to let her go. Lord, what was she talking about? It's too early in the day to be that high. All right. Somebody get that granny off the pipe. Take granny to rehab or take her to a good church. All right. Lord, granny had a relapse. Oh, man. Yeah, she's the kind of person who be up in church giving testimonies. Back in the day, I was with a whole bunch of men's. I was on all of the doobies and the narcotics until I found Jesus. So, girl, you need to find Jesus one more time. Okay. We don't need fentanyl grannies. Let's see who else we got. Let's get User Rubber. Okay. My dude's name is User Rubber. All right.
Shabaka, I said Jewish. I didn't say Judaism. Judaism is a religion. Jewish is a kind of race because they're white. Jewish people are white. So I don't know why, people talk about the Jews and stuff. They're white. They're white. Let them people be white, man. Yeah, but he still had the street in him. He still had that black culture in him. He was still helping black Americans, and I'm going to say this, man. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to say this, Kari. It's not really a white ring trap because at the end of the day, we doing for self. And this is the problem with y'all. Y'all don't want us to do for self. You know? They stole the culture also. Original Jews are black. Facts, DJ1. That's true. Jews are black. Hebrews were the royal bloodline and Jews were the servants. Could be right. Was it Dwight Darson? Yeah, man. It's just, I gotta say this to y'all. Because we're gonna watch this. This is like 10 minutes long. I hope I didn't chase y'all white supremacists off. Y'all can definitely, like I said, y'all can subscribe and talk crazy to us and like, yo, because we know how to defend ourselves. You know, so it's not like, oh, yo, you know, we some scary Negroes like Martin Luther King. We're going to sing and hold hands and talk about we shall overcome. No, we put boots to ass. It's going to be another Alabama riot. So, yeah. So it's not, you know, one drop rule was institutionalized by black plantation. Yeah, but we don't really follow that law like that in America. It's just y'all folks follow that. The old scary Negroes follow that law. You know? It's just we don't follow those type of laws anymore. You know, we go on what we know, our lineage. We go on our bloodline. This is the stuff that we go on. You know, so it's just you can't hit us with the one blood rule anymore because you know why? White people got black blood in them. You know, so this is why I say, yo, we can't go on that law. And Dwight, shalom. I think you're a Hebrew Israelite. Shalom. And happy Black Sabbath. I mean, happy Sabbath. Hope you're having a good one. I'm doing so flat. Blackness unfairly. Allowed Africans and Caribbean immigrants to benefit from programs like affirmative action programs designed. Yeah, but that's why affirmative actions got taken away because we don't really use it. That's why if you ever look at percentages of schools, the black Americans stayed the same. The black Americans stayed the same. So we don't got to worry about that. It was just, it affected Asians, Latinos, Indians, if they don't consider themselves Asian. Oh, yeah. No problem, man. Yeah, so Hebrews are black people. Yeah, Esau's are the white. Yeah, facts. You know, But the thing about it, you, Kyrie, is that you don't want us to have a culture. You don't want us to have our own lineage. You know, and the thing about it, it's sad that, you know, y'all hate on us when we're showing us our lineage and stuff, and we're saying like, okay, yo, that's not really your lineage. And we're giving you facts. You calling us divisive because we don't want to be the same as y'all. You shouldn't do that. It makes you make you look like a fraud. You know?
African immigrants.
Am I afraid of successful black immigrants?
African immigrants.
African immigrants, absolutely not. I applaud any success from an African immigrant. I applaud it and encourage it.
But why, in all of Eurospace, you have a lot of dislike for immigrants, especially from Africa, and you think like,
yeah, African they did take got that shit taken away.
FBA. Why is that?
That is a projection because
it's not in all of your spaces. You are always hating on African immigrants.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, you don't have anything to hate on, sir. What am I hating on?
That's what I'm asking.
You said it. You mean that's not you? You made a statement. You made a statement.
No, from my observation, you always hating on African immigrants. Okay. Now you calling names.
What do you have for me to hate on? Remember, you have to hate up. You don't hate down. What are you hating? What am I hating on? What do you have to hate on?
I'm asking.
Okay, let's try this again because, sir, you don't have basic comprehension skills. If you make a statement, you kind of have to back your statement up. If you cannot back your statement up, that means you know that your statement was inherently false. So the fact that you are asking me to clarify your statement, you know your statement was inherently false, don't you, sir?
Oh shit!
No, I think you're.
Everybody, breaking news. Bones Jones is back in the UFC. The GOAT is back. So we're gonna be seeing him fight soon.
Deflecting the topic, so that's why
I'm on the topic. You said I'm hating on African immigrants. What am I hating
Facts,
on?
Dwight.
You have to have something for me to hate. What am I hating on, sir? My last time asking you that.
Thanks, DJ X1. Hey, like and subscribe, and also go in the live chat and get busy. But definitely subscribe, and also I will be putting in my my donation PayPal. I just cause for the super chat, cause I know that what is it? Somebody told me to put the super chat up, and thank DJ X1 for reminding me too for saying that. Thanks, I appreciate it.
No, you think you are successful African immigrants are taking the job of FBS, like Foundation of Black Americans. I always follow your space.
Sir,
always
you're not taking jobs. You're not taking jobs from Foundation of Black Americans. You're not taking jobs from us, sir. Not like that. You're not taking jobs for us. What makes you think you're taking jobs from Foundation of Black Americans?
That's what you claim.
When have I claimed that?
No, in the other room, I was there. You're lying. So because your topic talks about white supremacy, but you act like white.
He said resources. He didn't say jobs. When I say jobs, like resources, like, and I'm not talking for myself. I'm talking for the older people, like the people that are older than us, like our elders, that need a little bit of help. Like they're taking that from them. You know, the great-grandparents, the grandparents and stuff like that. Like, if you're here legally, we don't care. Those resources are just for you, too. But if you're here undocumented, you need to get that shit fixed. Or you're going to get sent back. It is what it is. It's the law of the land, like I told homie. And like I said, we want immigrants over here legally. But we need to know what they did back in their country. You know, because we don't know who they sending over here. So, yeah, definitely. Let me see. They let other groups speak for Black Americans. Yeah, that too. We have an issue with that when y'all speak for us and stuff. Never speak for Black Americans if you never really talk to us like that. You know? So, salute to you.
Okay. What you're not going to do is lie, and you're lying. I've never said that, sir. So don't be a stereotype of a lying immigrant. Don't have a scammy, lying stereotype for your culture. I don't like that stereotype. A lot of people have a stereotype about our immigrant brothers and sisters that you're liars and scammers. And I say you're not like that. But I don't want you to walk into that stereotype of being a liar, because now you sound like a lying scammer. So don't be that. Now, where are you from?
From Africa.
Okay, let's try it again, sir. Zeke, what part of Africa are you from? Africa is a continent. Where are you from?
From the motherland, land of origins.
Okay, so you're from East Africa.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's say that. Don't be ashamed of where you're from, brother.
I'm teaching history, I'm not being ashamed.
You're teaching history?
I'm telling you, I'm from the land of origins, so you know.
Okay, you're from East Africa, possibly Somalia or Ethiopia, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so instead of
that's right, Earl Miller. Yeah, you're right about that. You know, if they're not from the roots or the culture or even the diaspora, they shouldn't be talking for us. It's not no shade to them. It's just at the end of the day, it's just you don't know what we want. You don't know what we're asking for. You don't know why we're asking for it. If you're saying, oh, we don't need reparation, it's because you don't understand the culture. Your family didn't have 90% of their wealth stolen from them. So yeah, we can't go by that. You know, that's why I always say with reparations, we shouldn't have people from the diaspora who's not from the diaspora speaking for us. They should never be speaking for us. They should be trying to fix their country or do what they need to do for their country. Shout out to Purple Hair Don't Stare. You too, Earl Miller. Shout out to you. And Dwight Dorsey.
Of having all of this anger and vitriol towards foundational Black Americans, so why are you not over there helping out your community?
Why are you here?
Why am I here? Because this is my homeland.
How is this your homeland? Your ancestors immigrated, like came as a slave. How is this your homeland?
No, they didn't immigrate here.
How did they come here?
Nobody in my family immigrated here. Not one.
How did they end up in this land?
Sir, from 3 different ways we got here. Black people. Number 1, Black indigenous people that were here for thousands of years. 2, Black traders who were sailing the seas, trading with the people here. And 3, the Black people who were brought over during slavery, which is a very small percentage of people brought over from slavery. Only 3% of people brought over from Africa made it to North America. So there was no America or United States when my family was here. We had to build it. So I didn't immigrate from nowhere. There's not one immigrant in my family, sir. So, but you, why haven't you built the country that you had to flee from? Like I did, like my family did. My family stayed and built. You fled. So why are you not fixing your homeland?
Again, you are also an immigrant.
I'm not, sir. No, I'm not. You're just saying something just to say it. You're just doing, I want to be white and I say so. It don't work like that. I am not an immigrant in any sense of the word. I didn't leave a place to go to a better place. We built a whole country. My family built a country from the ground up, from scratch.
No, they made...
Facts, Rando. I'm going to say this, all right? You can be from a different culture or lineage and stuff, but if you stick with Black Americans, like, yo, we'll ride out with you. But we can't just be riding out for everybody anymore. And I got to be personally honest. You know, you might think we're being divisive. We're not being divisive. We're protecting our culture and our lineage. You know, and I think that's a big thing that we need to do. Like, we hear about the Martin Luther Kings and all these other bullshit people who just stood there and got beat the fuck up. And there was some people that actually was throwing bows with the cops and these white supremacists. We don't hear about those. They want us to be, slaughtered. But we're not going to be slaughtered no more. We're hearing about these people who are fighting for us. We're hearing about the people who are policing the police. We were hearing about, like, yo, people get out of line. Yo, we get busy. So that's a very honorable thing that we talk about. So salute to the writers that are from a different, lineage and diaspora. We ride out for you, but those other people, we can't.
You build this country. Don't tell me
they built it, sir. No matter
they made you build this country.
It still got built by my family, sir. The circumstances in which they built it are inconsequential because they built it. They still built it. Okay.
No, but it matters because you are asking immigrants why they left their country.
Facts, DJ X1. I can't believe it either.
Foundational Black Americans built this country.
Yes, they did.
Immigrant. Yeah. They did, but they were made to build this country. Don't tell me they
built
this country.
Don't matter if they were made to. They built it. And if it weren't for them building it, there would not be the country that you were able to flee to.
No, I'm not saying they didn't build it, but I'm just saying they were made to build it.
So, they still built it.
So again, yeah. So don't tell me why I'm not.
Michael Jackson Joe Jackson made Michael Jackson go to the studio. That don't make Thriller any less phenomenal. Okay? The outcome doesn't change. The outcome that this country was built by my foundational Black American family, the outcome and the greatness that has allowed you to come and flee, that doesn't change based on the circumstances in which my family suffered. My
So
family
are
suffered.
you saying it's okay to be a slave again? That because you're oppressed to build this country, then anyone
My
can oppress you today as well? Is that what you say?
family suffered and sacrificed and survived and had me to carry on the strength that they had to build this country through horrific circumstances, sir. And I stand on the shoulders of my ancestors, refusing to flee, because if they can endure that, we can endure anything. And I'm not going to flee like a bitch. Now, you, sir, on the other hand, you left your homeland and you over here whining to me. So
I think
what's
he got
going
a
on
man
with
unit.
you and
I
your
don't know,
homeland
man.
that you fled from, sir, that you keep trying to deflect from? Why haven't you built that up?
Yeah.
Because I consider this also my homeland.
No, it's not your homeland, sir.
For the same reason you claim this is your homeland. You're not from here. You were made
Yes,
to
I am
build
from
this
here.
country.
What you mean I ain't from here? What you mean I'm not from here, dude?
You are an immigrant. It's just a matter of when.
You're projecting, sir.
I'm not projecting. I'm just telling
Yes,
you
you
what
are.
it is.
No. I'm not an immigrant.
Come on, Tariq. I
Stop.
follow all your spaces.
Don't
And you're
project
not
on.
consistent. Don't talk about white supremacy.
No. You're trying to make me into you. I am not an immigrant. I didn't flee. Nobody in my family fled like a bitch. Nobody. So don't put that on us. Don't put your coward on us. Don't put your cowardice on us. You're trying to deflect. You fled. I didn't. My family's been here for centuries, dude. And you just got here. You still have an accent, dude. You just got.
Yes, I do have an accent. I'm not ashamed. But
yes, you did.
I
And
also
you
don't
why
downplay
don't
the
and
immigrants.
you left your homeland in shambles.
Oh wow! I left my homeland in shackles.
In shambles, and shackles, in shackles. Because you talking about slavery, and the slavery is going on over in East Africa now. Those Arabs are enslaving some of those East Africans, something crazy, all through Libya and up there in North Africa. Those Arabs are going to town on East Africans, sir, and you know that.
No, that's not correct.
Yeah, that is very correct, sir. Up in Libya, they got Somalian slaves up in Libya now, sir. Stop it.
That's a conflict. That's not like slavery.
Oh, it's a conflict. It's not like slavery. How is it not like slavery when they bound you and then sell you to folks? How is that not like slavery? That's exactly what they're doing. They capture people, kidnap them, and then sell them. That's slavery, sir, no matter how you cut it. Ain't it?
Anyways, I'll give opportunity to other people, and maybe we can discuss in another space. But I think the title is very not fair.
So
talking about white supremacy, where Tariq himself is hating on immigrants. So, anyways,
nobody's hating on you, sir. Stop saying that we're hating on you. You have nothing to hate on, sir.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
You can't answer that question, sir. What do
I'm
you
asking
hate
you
on?
if we don't have anything on, like why you hate on white. I mean, I can replay on your other spaces
because I'm not hating on you, because you just admitted you don't have anything to hate on, sir.
No, I never said that.
Yes, you just admitted. You are admitting that now, that you have nothing over there for me to hate on. That's why I'm not hating on you. You just acknowledged that I have.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Real talk. Podbox. I'm sorry. We didn't choose to be versus against everybody. Everybody chose us. Oh, so you're native too. You're native to the land as me. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you and your lineage, man. Definitely. Real Talk TV, I'm gonna say this. We didn't choose to be hated by everybody. Everybody just started hating on us. So when we started doing that, most of us turned the blind eye and say, oh, well, they don't understand. They from a different country. But once they started getting a little bit of money, oh, no, I didn't ask you if you was. I'm answering your question. They turned on us because, I don't know, they just didn't like us from the start. We helped them get to this country, and they still wasn't fucking with us. So how much insult that we're going to take from these people? From the diaspora, from different lineages and cultures and races. We let them move into our community when the white people didn't want them to live in their community. They wanted to keep their community all white. Where do you think they moved in? They moved into our community, and we wanted them in the open arms. And they turned on us. We don't want the Cocolos. We don't want the Morenos. We don't want the Akadas. We don't want the Jafirs. We don't want the blacks. Yeah, it's just, we don't want these cotton pickers and stuff like that. This is what we hear when we let them into our community, you know? And like, these people can deny that they said this, but we have seen the videos. We have seen the videos. It's not like the videos aren't out there. You know? I'm strictly on FBA time. We gotta fix our problems. They can deport all of them. I vote for Trump 3 times. See, hold on. Hey, Mr. Duke, see, he voted for Trump. See? You know, hey, salute to you, man. If that's who you voted for, that's who you voted for. I was explaining to Mr. Duke and Whitey that most of us didn't vote. And the reason why most of us didn't vote is because, you know what? We didn't really give a fuck, because at the end of the day, it wasn't going to affect us, you know? They are jealous of the black community. Yeah, they're jealous. I think that is true. I think they are jealous of the black community. Now, you know what? I'm glad we was just talking about why they hate us. This is what they say about us. Hold on a second. All right, this is the last video too, and I'm gonna land.
Let's get Mr. Water Name.
Hey, what's going on, fam?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm all right. I just got a question about what the last speaker said regarding, you know, the Tut language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 30, even though I am FBA. My people is from South Carolina and Alabama. I've never heard, you know, none of my parents or grandparents speak it. So where would us younger generation go about learning that or finding sources to learn it?
Yeah, there are.
That's true, Dwight.
We have little groups here and there because it's supposed to be secret. You're supposed to be. You teach it to people. You're not supposed to teach it to everybody. So, I'm trying to see what's the best way to let you know how to find. There's we got a page, but you got to know the language to even get in the page. So, you know, we're gonna have some ways. I'm gonna figure out how to kind of direct folks to certain places, because then we got to screen your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got to make sure you good. You know, that's kind of the thing. We don't want to start teaching people this stuff just to anybody. We need to know who you are. Yeah, you say you from here, you from there, but, you know, before we can direct you to the right places to learn it, we got to know that you good, for real, for real. But yeah, there's a lot of us in here who know it, but you're supposed to be covert with it, because that was the intent of the language. The language was created so that we could communicate in a covert way, and that was one of the major rules of Tut language. You never supposed to teach it to outsiders, because you didn't want, you know, your life would be in danger, because you weren't supposed to know how to read, and they were using Tut to teach Black folks how to read. They were teaching each other how to read using the language. So the white people heard them talking this language. They're like, oh, that's just Negro gibberish. But yeah, they were actually communicating with each other and being very covert about it. So let's get now, Jeff, I keep trying to let you on, but something is happening here. Jeff, you want to hop on? I don't know what's going on with your phone, Jeff. Let's get Melanie in here. Let's get Miss Melanie in here. What's up, Melanie? You on, but something's
I
happening
can't hear
here.
you. I probably have to drop down and come
Okay,
back.
you can't hear me? Oh, you want to hop on? I don't know what's going on. What's going on with Mel? Let's get Melanie in y'all raise your hand. Y'all can hear me, right? Because sometimes the connection gets a little janky. Okay, you can't hear me, but you guys can hear me, right? Everything is good. Want to hop on? All right. Let me get Penelope in the building. Let's see what's going on with Penelope in the building. All right, Penelope, you good? Penelope, unmute your mic. Okay, let's get Barry Long. All right, Barry Long in the building. Barry Long or Penelope? Okay, people are not getting on here. I don't know what's going on. We've got Barry Long.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm giving Penelope a chance because let her speak.
There you go. What's going on? What's on your mind, man?
Look, man. Every time we talk, and we've talked a few times, we kind of go back to the same old thing. But I was distracted. I didn't expect you to call me right now. Okay. So you boot me for a minute, or pick a subject and I'll go with it. Yeah, you caught me off guard.
Goddamn! Like I was right in the middle of taking a puff of this pipe. Okay, all right. He was in the middle of toking meth, so I don't want to disturb his meth binge. Penelope, are you good, ma'am? You want to unmute your microphone, Miss Penelope? All right, Miss Penelope. Okay, let's get this sister here. She, I think this sister speaks the Tut language. The Miss Boss Lady. Let's get her in here.
Hey, Tyree.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also share if you can on your different platforms. And also, if you want to do a super chat, I put it in the live chat. So you could just click on it. It's the stream. Give me a second. It's the Streamlabs, so it'll pop up like when you do send a donation to the super chat. It'll definitely pop up and we'll salute you. So yeah, I hope I said everything properly, but yeah, that's it.
How are you, dear?
Good. You like my profile picture?
Yes, I do. Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to come in and tell you. Did you know that the Latino community are now calling themselves FLA,
yeah.
Foundational Latin American? What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, I just talked about that a few minutes ago. How they were trying to, cosplay and latch on, and I said that term don't even make sense because you're over here, so you're not foundational here. And if you're foundational to Latin America, you would still be there. So it's a contradictory term. So, yeah. Did you hear they had a clubhouse space or something, right? Miss Boss Lady, where you at? Oh, was she here? Oh, she bounced. Okay. She bounced. Okay, let's try Melanie again.
Miss Melanie, for the subscribe. Salute.
Hop on, Miss Melanie.
Hey, Tyree, could you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Yeah, I don't know why the call just dropped. Probably since the page.
You're right about that.
But I just wanted to add on to what you were saying about keeping our stuff secret and basically having our our tangibles or whatever for us. I think a part of that hate crime bill, we should also add in identity fraud for those who trying to take our identity or cosplay as us. We should have like very harsh consequences for them, either like permanent deportation or some type of jailing, like they get like a long sentencing for identity fraud, because that's a very serious thing, because that's basically what they're doing, trying to take our identity to get our benefits and our tangibles. So I think it should be very strict laws and policies on them trying to steal our identity and our land there.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Let's get Jay Shine. Jay Shine. What's up, Jay? Hop on in, brother. Jay Shine from the Drunk Radio Presenter.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, Jay?
Yeah, it's morning in the UK. I want to say morning to everyone.
Shout out to the UK over there. Good morning. What time is it over there? Like 9 in the morning?
8:30.
8:30. Okay. Shout out to you guys. What's going on with
As you know, same old, Tariq, basically, I'm not going to lie to yourself. Yeah, as you know, I've got my own radio show, isn't it? Yeah. So again, I just know if any FBA artists or people that's got positivity, send it to me and I'll play it on the show, isn't it?
There you go. Cool.
So as you say, we talk about international building, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
indeed. Yeah,
That's
I
true, Dwight.
love the brothers and sisters in the UK.
Yeah, I had my porridge as well, so just so you know.
There you go.
Yeah, also, bro, the females, man. Where's Yoshi?
Hold on, I'm gonna say this, all right? Shout out to Dwight. I'm gonna tell tethers and immigrants this. Once Black Americans help themselves and get what we are owed, we can go and help y'all. We can honestly go and help y'all. This guy's accent sucks. Shout out to Gabriel. Okay. We can go and help y'all out. It's just like, yo, we've been trying to help us. We were trying to worry about ourselves and help your situations out. We always did that. It's just we can't do it anymore because at the end of the day, we have some of your tethers holding us down. Every time we try to get a policy or law in, we have a tether cosplaying us saying we don't need this. Who's this we? What's this friendship that we're talking? It's always we when it comes to us. Yes, no sharing, no charity. Yeah, none of that shit. We can help you after, but right now we worrying about ourselves. This is why I had to tell the white supremacist guy, I was like, yo, we didn't vote for Trump. Some of us did, but most of us didn't vote at all. That's why Shabaka was so mad. Shabaka was mad because he knows if Black Americans don't vote, Democrats lose. That's why. But yeah, it just didn't do us no help. It didn't actually do us any right helping y'all. We always get fucked over when we help y'all. So yeah. It's not that we don't like y'all or some shit like that. It's just, we like y'all. We like your women. We like your food. Some of your food. We like some of your great music that you have, like soca and calypso. And there's some African shit that we like and stuff like y'all traditional shit and y'all French hip hop and stuff. Other than that, we don't like your shit like that. Y'all really can't dress. We really don't eat your food like that. Some of y'all people in Africa, we don't eat your food because y'all be eating some crazy shit. And some of y'all people we actually really genuinely fuck with because y'all cool. But there's not a lot of y'all. Most of y'all turn on us, and this is why we are for selves right now.
Where's Yoshi? Yoshi is usually down here somewhere.
Yoshi, Nikki, Drea, International. Hey, Angela, anyone wants to come to the UK? I'm available.
There you go.
Sorry.
Now, Sean, where's your family from again? From
Guyana.
Guyana, that's right.
Yeah, so we got a problem with Jim Jones.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so Jay is out here he's trying to get flued out. So, ladies, y'all watch out. I think he's trying to get y'all to marry him so he can come over here and get him a green card. He's trying to get flued out. Barrister, you ready?
The brother's speaking on facts.
Ready?
I'm ready.
What's up, brother?
That shit always goes sideways. Facts, Gabriel. You're right about that.
I'm doing well. I have a question for you. Dr. Claude Anderson once said back in 1995 that foundational Black Americans will be a permanent underclass in about 20 years. I think that is true. Do you agree with him that foundational Black Americans are a current permanent underclass today?
No, we're not a permanent underclass because we're fighting against it right. So he said if we don't do anything about it, we will become a permanent underclass. And he was the one telling us at Foundation of Black Americans that you guys are Native Black Americans. We have a unique lineage. We have to recognize and embrace our unique lineage because we're not foreigners, we're not immigrants, we're not African, continental Africans. So he was preaching that narrative. And he said, if we don't recognize that and do something about it and get policy specifically for us, we're going to be a permanent underclass. Luckily, now we've taken heed because I've been pushing his message. We're fighting against that and we're pushing back against that. So, yeah, we're not going to be a permanent underclass because now we are embracing our lineage and we're going to make sure instinctively that the lineage is going to be taken care of. So, yeah, we're going to be good. That's why everybody else is kicking and screaming.
I totally disagree. Black people, specifically foundational Black Americans, are a permanent underclass in 2024. You guys are at the bottom of everything, the bottom of every single socioeconomic category that you can think of.
As opposed to who?
Any group here in America. Basically, you're far behind Asians, you're far behind white people, you're far behind even Latino people. Latino Americans, Asian Americans, Black people are flat out at the bottom.
No,
think of yes, you are. Every single category.
How are we at the bottom and Latinos are getting flew the hell up out of here right now?
Latino Americans actually voted for Trump, and they are actually more against immigration compared to, even white people. You could ask any Latino American out here; they definitely support the deportation of many Hispanics, illegal Hispanics in this country.
And they're flew the hell up out of here. You can't get no lower than that.
Yo, you want to hear something crazy, Dwight? I'm sorry to stop this, everybody. Yo, I'm glad you just said it. People want to breed with Black Americans, Black men. In Japan right now, if you go to Japan, women just want to have your kids and stuff because we have strong genetics. Black Americans have strong genetics. So they want Black American kids. Yeah, because our genetics, our athleticism and stuff like that. We're smart as well. Like we know how. Like people think we're dumb, but you gotta understand. Look at all the stuff that we created. All the stuff that people are using now is all Black, inventions. So yeah.
Yeah, we ain't that. No. You can't get lower than getting kicked the hell out. You can't get no lower than that. So we're not at the bottom. We're good as foundational Black Americans, Barrister. And where's your family from, Barrister? Where's your lineage from?
My lineage?
Yeah. Where's your lineage from?
I'm from America.
Nah, buddy.
Where's your family from?
Genetics. Facts.
Where's my family? Where are they originally from?
That's true.
You know what I'm asking you, man.
Yeah. My lineage goes back to Nigeria.
Yeah, and you got the nerve to talk about somebody being on the bottom.
I'm a Marine vet.
This isn't about Nigeria. This is about the foundational Black Americans that in this country that they are.
Yeah, that's one culture. Like I would never go to China, but if I had to go to an Asian country, it would be Japan. They actually like us a lot. China, nah, I'm all right with that. It's more of a colorism down there, but they empower our culture. Former minorities are top notch. Yeah, basketball, inventions, athleticism, education. Like you gotta understand, in America, we don't get the same education as white supremacies. We always get the very lower of the lowest education. But if you go to like a MECO school or a school that's in the suburbs, you get the best education, you get the best books, you get the best equipment, you get the best athletic equipment. You get the top tier of everything. But if you go to like a urban school or inner city school, you're not gonna get that great education or the great, you know, sports and programs and stuff. That's why I always tell people all the time, you can't compare inner city schools to suburban schools. You can't ask why are black people failing? Why are black people at an 8th grade education? The people of Japan wants Africans to come to Japan, not only. No, no, no. They said African Americans. They said black Americans. You know? We have great genetic. Let me tell you something. So if y'all don't know this is Shabaka. Shabaka is a great live chat because he'll debate people and he'll always say different things than other people. And salute to Shabaka. We don't always agree. Like 90% of the time we don't agree. But yeah, black Americans have the greatest genetics. We do. Like Africans might be super tall, but they don't have athletic genetics like us. They don't have creations like us. If you really think about it, like this is why black Americans are the most successful as a collective group. We're the most successful. Why would you want any other genetics? And this is why also too, a lot of Asian people have a bad relationship with black Americans because the people who are African, Caribbean, go down to their country and fuck shit up. It's not usually us. We don't usually go anywhere out of the country like that. That's why when Asian people come to this country, they talk shit about us. So yeah.
Definitely a permanent underclass in America.
Shabaka knows that's true.
Not. A permanent underclass is your homeland, sir. That's the permanent underclass. That's why you had to flee.
I was actually born here. Regardless,
baby, anchor baby. That's why your parents had to flee and anchor you here under our 14th Amendment. Let me get my brother Kanye in.
Oh yeah, thank you for your service, Dwight, man. Thank you for your service. But yeah, they fuck it up for us and stuff. Like if you notice, there's a lot of Caribbeans and Africans in Asian countries. But if you tell a girl, oh yeah, I'm from New York or California or Atlanta or Massachusetts, they'll be like, oh really? Woo, tell me about it. These Africans come there with their British accent. But they don't know that like, oh yo, they're not the ones that we see on TV and stuff. We don't see those type of people on TV, the hip hop people. So yeah, me personally, I put 2 and 2 together and say like, okay, you know what? This is why they're not fucking with us.
In here to talk to you. Hold on, brother Kanye, hop on.
What's going on, Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. Just we're permanent underclasses, according to Barrister, the Nigerian brother. So, what say you, brother Kanye?
I say Barrister is an idiot, just like most of the people who quote that stat. So that stat in itself, it goes by per household.
Right.
And as you know, these niggas live 17 to a house. So when you see the stat that, oh, this income made $195,000, well, you got 17 people all driving for Uber in the same household. Whereas we don't typically live like that because we're not barbaric. Meaning no disrespect to y'all, you guys still live primitive, communal. You guys huddle up together when it's warm to save on heat, and you have all this income as a group. Whereas we tend to live 2 to a house or 1 to a house. It's kind of how we are, unless you have a family with children. And also, this whole permanent underclass thing, that was a warning Dr. Carl Anderson made to his people because he knew we had the ability to be better than what was projected for us. Not was, but projected for us. As a matter of fact, Dr. Carl Anderson wrote the first thing on affirmative action, but
thank you for your service again,
and then
Gabriel.
Democrats took it and they put minority in there. Then they changed the definition of what a minority was. So Dr. Clark Anderson was in no way insulting his people. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure he's probably happy about this repeal of the 14th Amendment because, as they said, shout out to the Trump them, it was for the descendants of slaves, not threatening Mexicans or Africans. So you might want to check your status because it might be gone here in a little bit. Disgruntled ass anchor baby. But that's all I want to say. Oh yeah, one real quick before I get out here, Tariq. So today, I'm not sure if you know who Sonny Johnson is. I'm pretty sure you do. She
Yeah.
was talking about the delineation movement, how important it was for this very reason today. You got people like this guy come over here and leached off all the benefits we fought for, and now that it's being taken away, he's a little salty and disgruntled because he started off by
Facts.
saying
That's
us.
true.
So they're already starting to try to cosplay us.
Oh yeah.
Whole time he not even from here. So just want to say to the family, be careful. Whenever y'all see this shit, keep
Facts.
checking it because it's making mainstream impact. So appreciate that, Tariq.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
be good.
anytime too.
Much respect. Yeah, yeah. When Barrister was talking about, yeah, blacks are a permanent underclass. I'm like, yeah, you ain't from here. Yeah, you're not from here. Saying that we're not no permanent underclass.
Well, why don't you guys have families, though? The vast majority of foundational Black
Hello,
American
brother
children were
Tariq. How
not
you
raised
doing?
by a.
Mm,
Uh,
how you
Robbie,
doing, brother Tariq?
Robbie, go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what I find interesting is people uh, overlook the key word foundational. You know, if you remove the foundation of a house, if you remove the foundation of a deck of cards, everything's going to fall apart. And it's interesting, people are just getting uncomfortable, one, because they know we've delineated, but two, see, now white daddy doesn't have us on the racial hot seat. White daddy is cleaning house because he knows we're the foundation, but then you got all these other people who are trying to cosplay as white or thought that they could have their license to practice white supremacy. So the only thing is this guy is on the bottom because he is a bottom. He's laying on his stomach. He needs to get his stomach pumped. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently he doesn't know whether he needs to choose between eggnog or a goosey soup, and he's trying to judge us. And what I find interesting is how you going to flee the homeland where your ancestors' bones are buried. And I'm not talking about your ancient ancestors. I couldn't imagine fleeing a homeland where my grandparents are laid to rest, great grandparents laid to rest. You uproot yourself, you go somewhere else, and like
Facts.
you spend your whole entire life being an imposter. But the only thing that makes it worse is when somebody has to be a player hating, pocket watching F boy.
Thank you, Gabriel. I have been telling Shabaka this forever. Shabaka's a Pan African too, so they also claim blackness when it's convenient for them position of power and it's not, facts. What Gabriel have said is very it's on the bullseye. Only time they want to claim blackness is when when it's convenient for them. Y'all listen on. I'll be right back.
And instead of running down white supremacists and instead of trying to be an ally, people come here and they play these games. But now that you've alienated yourself from us, good luck seeing if the white supremacists have any use for you, because they don't. They don't even need some of these immigrants anymore to cosplay anymore and be cheerleaders. But he's still trying to jump up and down and think he's getting attention. And I really don't even think that he was born here, Tariq. I think we should call ICE on him, which is why he didn't want to show his face. And I land my plane.
There you go, my man. Barrister, go ahead, brother.
well, you talk about a number of things about immigrants and other people and how our group is at the bottom, or Nigerians at the bottom. I mean, foundational Black Americans, you don't know the meaning of family. The vast majority of your children were raised without fathers.
That's a lie.
And that is not a lie. The vast
the CBC or the CDC, whatever, they did a report saying that Black fathers, foundational Black American fathers, are the most active in the lives of their children. So yeah, they do grow up with fathers. They grow up with their parents.
Active.
They grow up with their family. Sir, you don't want to talk about all the paternity fraud in your homeland? Really?
But at least our women get married. The vast majority of
sir, they get married as finesses. They come over here and get married as a form of finessing. Y'all marry and then be putting stuff in people's names, and then you done put a car in somebody's name. Yeah, y'all use marriages as finesses. And the paternity fraud. You guys are the #1 country for paternity fraud, sir. What are you talking about? You really want to go to family?
Yes, really? We can go there though. And literacy rates though. Foundational Black Americans have the lowest literacy rates in this country. Basically, in eighth, like basically the vast majority of eighth graders, foundational Black American eighth graders, cannot read are just reading at a fourth grade level. So, I mean, you don't value education, you don't value family, you don't value, you're at the bottom of everything. Your culture needs to change. It's
Sir,
just a terrible culture.
sir, you are not in your homeland for a reason, sir. If your culture was so great, why did they anchor you over here?
If I was if I was born there, I definitely would have made a huge difference in Nigeria, but I was not born there. I was born here. I am an American.
No, you were an anchor baby.
Facts.
Who had to come here because you failed in your homeland and you're projecting your failure. You're projecting a whole bunch of gibberish onto us. Sir, we have hundreds of HBCUs. Sir, the education game, we done ran circles around people, sir. You can stop all that. Your homeland, people can barely read and people are crapping on the streets and don't have running water and electricity. You're projecting your failure, barrister, onto us. Why are you doing that?
I'm not projecting anything, Tariq. I just want to have. I think you're just being just disingenuous right here. You don't want to address the real issues that Black people face in this country.
Foundational Black Americans are great compared to your family. As long as we're not living like the failed homeland that you fled from, we're good. You understand?
Nigerians are actually one of the most educated immigrant groups in this country compared to foundational Black Americans.
I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Dwight, yo, being a good, father and raising a good child, man. That's all that matters, man. It doesn't matter if she's white, man. If that's what you like, that's what you like. Don't let nobody try to, shit on you because of that. Fuck it. That's who you fell in love with. It doesn't mean like, oh, yo, I only mess with white girls. No, it's just that's the person you fell in love with. That's the person you had a child by.
Then why are you in your homeland not able to build paved roads and running toilets? Why are people crapping in the streets in your homeland? Huh? If you got all that education, why is it an epidemic where they have to have signs to tell people not to crap in the streets, sir, in your homeland? Explain it to me.
I'm not familiar with what's going on in Nigeria completely because I was born here in America.
You just said that Nigerians were so educated. You just said that, okay? If you
Nigerian Americans are the most educated.
Have to come over here to get your weight up. Why do you have to come around foundational Black Americans to get your intellect up?
Nigerian Americans.
That's what I'm saying. You got to come around us. You got to come to America to get it up. So America magically makes your intellect go up? Is that what you're saying?
No, we have family, we have culture, we have morals and principles compared to African American culture.
We don't have orphans running around in foundational Black American society, sir. We don't have just kids running around abandoned willy-nilly in our society. We don't have children that are put in brothels like y'all do over there. Y'all have designated places where y'all let white tourists come over there and have their way with children. We don't do no shit like that over here.
Oh, God.
You really want to talk about civilization and a culture? That's your culture, sir.
Well, we don't have over 90% of people incarcerated. The vast majority of people in prison in America are foundational Black Americans.
90% incarcerated. There's only a small group of, a small number of Black people are in jail.
No, the vast majority of people in jail in America are foundational Black Americans. Why is that, Tariq?
That's cap.
Yeah, because we get criminalized more. But most of us are not criminals. It's only less than 1% of the total population of Black people in jail. So that's not nothing. We get targeted by the police.
He forgot to talk about the conviction.
Scammers
who get convicted
from your lineage? Huh?
Actually, they're Indian. The vast majority of Nigerians are not scanners.
No, really?
Facts,
sir.
That's true, Dwight.
Why, sir? Your country is on all types of hot lists
for scams if you get emails from your country.
Not anymore. The 419 scan is just, that was ages ago. The vast majority of scammers today are Russian and Indian scammers. That's who they are.
Sir, you don't stop. Y'all have medical scams. Y'all still run them medical scams when you talk about doctors and all that. Y'all run medical scams left and right with them fake degrees. Y'all do all types of scams. They bust you guys all the time over here pulling scams. That dude Hush Puppy was up here flexing on the ground pulling scams from your homeland.
Yeah, and also you got to look at how many people were convicted. A lot of black people were charged, but they wasn't convicted. I think people always get the numbers fucked up like that. Because most black people beat their convictions. Like in Massachusetts, only 30% of people get convicted or even charged. You know, because they can't catch them, or not even just catch them. A lot of people won't tell. Here we go, Shabaka. Yeah, this is Shabaka right here. He's about to get mad at Tariq Nasheed. Here we go.
And y'all got all types of new intricate scams that you guys pull. Stop it, sir. You don't want to talk about culture. Let me let my brother Mikal up in here. Hold on, Barrister. Just hold your zebra. Not hold your horses. Hold your zebra.
Okay.
Okay, let me get my brother Mikal in here.
Brother
Mikal. Brother Mikal, hop on, sir.
Hold your zebra.
I'm so good, Brother Mikal. How are you?
Living the dream and winning.
Yes,
and
sir.
Listening to this banter between you and this first generation hunter-gatherer.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Barrister.
Hey, how are you?
I'm excellent. How about yourself, sir?
I'm feeling well tonight.
Good. I see you have animosity and disdain for my great, powerful, mighty, beautiful, history-making lineage. Why is that, sir?
I wouldn't call it disdain.
Thanks, Mike Freeman. I appreciate it.
Because
Thanks
I
for the
felt like
sub.
it wasn't like this decades ago, but today, the culture, I mean, everything, today's black people. I mean, I also follow Dr. Umar Johnson, and he said it. I totally agree with him that today's, if Dr. Martin Luther King was alive today, he wouldn't be able to persuade or accomplish half of the things that he accomplished back in the 60s compared to how it is today. The culture, everything about black.
Let me ask you a question, sir. How many millionaires do you have in your family, immediate family?
A millionaires? Well, we make over six figures.
No, I said, how many millionaires do you have in your family, sir? Huh? Okay.
No.
Okay.
None.
Second question. What's Nigeria's GDP, sir?
I'm not sure. What is their GDP?
Third question. How much does the government of Nigeria spend annually in terms of research, development, and innovation?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, let me just be clear, Mr. Barrister, sir. We are Americans, pure Americans. We are disruptive, game-changing. The world sees us as the Pied Piper. America, you are not. Get that through your head. I want you to really understand and listen to what I'm saying. We are foundational for a reason. You understand? I could send my top 1,000 foundationals to Africa, and we will rebuild that continent in 20 years. Matter of fact, if we decided we wanted to build a state from the ground up, we would outcompete every government, every nation on that continent. Let's just be clear of that, all right? Be respectful. Thank you, Brother Tariq, for the opportunity to speak. Love you, family.
Thank you, brother. Go ahead, Barrister.
Well, he really didn't point out that why is the culture, black people, just foundational black Americans, why are they so degenerate? Why are they so um, dysfunctional today compared to how they were 30, 40, 50 years ago? Like everything, there's you guys don't build anything, guys don't develop anything. It seems like you care more about white people.
Sir, that's a projection. There's several multi-million-dollar companies owned by foundational black Americans all across the board, from energy, from entertainment, from technology. We own companies all over this place. We have prosperous areas that are predominated by foundational black Americans. Can you name the prosperous area full of Nigerians or Nigerian immigrants in America? Name
You do Tariq, you do realize that there's only like 5 billionaires, black billionaires in this world, and 4 of them, the vast majority of them live in Nigeria. Actually, the richest black man in the world is a Nigerian. There are prosperous Nigerians out there. We do value education, and we don't.
How many billionaires in Nigeria?
They're like 4 or 5 billionaires.
And y'all still over there shitting in the streets with no running water and no constant electricity?
That's your lie. That's you. That's now you are projecting. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
He said y'all be
that's
shitting in the streets.
For a lot of young black people here, young black kids, foundational black kids, who are living in poverty. They're the ones that are.
Sir, none of us live like that. Nowhere in this country.
Yes, they do. They are impoverished.
No, none of us are living in shanty towns, shitting on the streets, sir. None. Without none.
Mississippi, I can assure you, I can find small towns and country homes in Mississippi, in Alabama, down in South, that a lot of young foundational black Americans, they have no education, highly illiterate, and they live in so-called shanty towns. And yes, they do.
What shanty towns in Mississippi?
It's the poorest country. It's the poorest state for a reason, and the vast majority. I mean, if you look at the population in Mississippi, the vast majority of people who live in Mississippi.
Where are the shanty towns in Mississippi? There are no shanty towns down there. What are you talking about? You're projecting and making stuff up. Name the city then?
I can't be near Jackson, Mississippi. I'm pretty sure that there's some small town in Mississippi out there where it's just completely impoverished. There's no water. I believe in Jackson, Mississippi, they have a water issue where they're basically, I believe the white supremacists might have been.
Okay, you're doing what tethers do. It's called lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying. You're just making stuff up. And also,
there was that water issue that was going.
Way. You're talking about billionaires. You lied about the billionaires, sir. There's 9 foundational black American billionaires. There's 9 of them. Robert Smith, David Stewart, Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z, Alexander Karp, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Tyler Perry. All right. So you lied about that.
And who's the richest black man in the world? He's a Nigerian.
Sir.
Aliko Dangote.
If he's the richest black man in the world, why is that country so deeply in poverty if he's the richest black man in the world?
Again, I'm not familiar with what's occurring in my country. I'm not from Nigeria. I'm from here in America. You're the one that's projecting. I'm just talking about
You're not from here, sir. You're not from here. You're a tether. You're not from...
I have an American... All I have is an American passport. I don't have anything else. I'm an American citizen.
Yeah, you were anchored here, sir. You understand that? You are an immigrant.
And my parents worked hard. They had a master's degree. My dad has a master's degree. My mom has a bachelor's degree. They work hard compared to most foundational Black Americans here in this country, where you're pretty much very lazy. I mean, it's just what has happened. The culture has just been decimated over the past 40, 50 years. I mean, the Black people back in the 50s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, they are, they would be just so disappointed with how Black people have become today. It's just,
Facts. He don't know what
it's
he's
just a
talking about.
disgrace.
You mean like how the world is disappointed with how you're back in your homeland? You talking about lazy? And people can't even build paved roads, and you living in shanty towns, and you're saying that we're lazy? You had to be anchored over here with us, but we're lazy? Really?
Black Nigerian Americans don't have low literacy rates. I mean,
over there, most of the people don't even go to school over there because there ain't no schools, sir.
I'm not talking about Nigerian people in Africa. I'm talking about Nigerian Americans here in America. We don't have low literacy rates.
Right. Yeah, I'm talking about the culture and the totality of it. Yeah, don't tell me what you get when you come over here that we kick the door open for. Yeah, you notice everything that's positive with your lineage, it's something that foundational Black Americans had to open the door for. You notice that? Think about what you're saying. Name something that you got going on that's positive that we didn't have to kick the door open for. You understand? We were the one. You know what? Public education, that was something that started with the Freedmen schools, sir. This public education itself was something that it's a foundational Black American thing. You being able to come over here and drive your Uber, we kind of made that possible too, sir. So you got to really recognize what you're saying is that you wouldn't be shit if you were not around foundational Black Americans.
I actually would rather not be around foundational Black Americans today.
Anchored over here, sir. You got anchored here for a reason. The 14th Amendment, as Mr. Trump said, that was for us. The 14th Amendment was a grassroots Black movement. We fought to implement the 14th Amendment. The President of the United States acknowledged that the 14th Amendment was for us. And you were able to be anchored here because of something we fought for. But yet you say you don't want to be around us, then take your ass back to your shanty towns.
I can't go back to Nigeria. They won't allow me in. I'm from here. I'm from America. All I have is an American passport. So I don't know why you continue to deflect.
Not deflecting on anything. I'm answering everything you're saying, sir.
You're ignoring the issues that are plaguing the Black.
We're fine. The thing about foundational Black American society, the great thing is that there's a spectrum. We got the hoods, we got the middle.
Hey, yo, and also, too, I don't think Shabaka is Black American. I'm going to say that to anybody who argues with him. I don't think he's Black American. I don't think he's a foundational Black American. He say he is, but I don't think he is. Because you live in Harlem don't make you a foundational Black American.
Middle class, we got the wealthy, we got the elite, we got the well-to-do. So there's a spectrum. You want to come over here and talk about some hood talk. That's
only 1%. You're talking about a minority, an extreme minority like you. There aren't that many Black people in your position, foundational Black Americans. The vast majority of Black people are living, they're shit. They're on the bottom. They're a permanent underclass. They're on welfare. They're everything that you.
And the reason why I'm going to say this, I don't think Shabaka is Black American, because he's okay with a Nigerian saying this shit about Black Americans. He always felt comfortable with these people talking like this from us. So this is why I don't take Shabaka serious, because I don't even think he's qualified to talk about Black Americans. You don't put women's facts.
That's a damn lie. You
are a 1%er, Tariq.
Most foundational Black Americans are not on no damn welfare. That's lying tether talk.
Most foundational Black Americans are not making over 100K a year. Black women, for example, they make the least compared to any demographic. I think the average Black American woman makes like 32K a year. For Black American men, their annual income is like 40K a year. So Black people in this country are not popping. They're at the bottom. That's Dr. Claude Anderson said. It came to fruition. Foundational Black Americans are a permanent underclass, and right now it's irreversible.
Didn't say we're a permanent underclass. He said if we don't get it together, we will be. We're not a permanent underclass. Your lineage is a permanent underclass, sir. You understand?
Well, we're gonna continue going in circles, but I just want to understand.
Your people are under you. You come from a permanent underclass where everything is about escaping and fleeing, and you're trying to project that onto us, and it's not going to work. We're not wallowing in abject poverty, sir. We're just not. And
Well, the data and stats would definitely not corroborate what you're just saying right now. It's the Black people are definitely at the bottom of pretty much every single category, negative category.
We're not in abject poverty. You don't see us walking around raggedy and dirty. We're not living like your lineage, sir. You're trying to your lineage. There's no spectrum. It's like that one rich dude in your homeland and everybody else is broke and trying to get the hell out of there. See, you're projecting your homeland. That's why you're not there. That's why you have to cosplay as us, sir.
I never cosplay as being African American.
Yeah. You over here. You are.
No, I don't. And I don't submit to white people, unlike most it seems like most African Americans love white people.
Oh.
They adore white people so much.
Oh, that's a major projection. Y'all were the ones wallowing on the ground when the Queen of England died. That was you guys running around crying, getting grass all in your peppercorn hair and getting the goosey soup all on the ground, crying because the Queen died. That was you guys. That was you.
Well, I'm not familiar with what's going on in Nigeria. All I know is that I read.
The fact that you have to erase your homeland from your memory further shows what your culture is about. You see, every time you bring up your homeland, where your family is from, your mama, grandparents, you have to erase it from your damn memory. It's so bad. I don't. I embrace my beautiful ancestry. They are survivors. They stood on business and built the greatest country and built a place that I could be comfortable where I don't have to flee. So I love, honor, praise, and respect my beautiful foundational Black American ancestors. I'm not ashamed of them like you are. You don't even like talking about your homeland or your lineage. That shows how janky you think your lineage is, sir. So you can never point a finger at us, sir. You're too ashamed of your own lineage to even talk about it. So damn if we get any kind of criticism or advice from somebody who's ashamed of how janky and failed his homeland and lineage is, sir. You understand that?
I understand your perspective. I do agree with you. I definitely respect the ancestors from the past, Black people from the past. But today, I'm not sure what happened. I heard numerous, various different theories.
You tethers happened. You understand? You tethers happened. That's what we got a problem with. We got a bunch of you guys, people like you, not some of the good immigrants, because there's some good folks, but the tether class like you that failed, shamed, projecting class, coming among us, undermining our progress, doing little janky shit, sabotaging. You is what happened, sir. Tethers like you. That's been the problem. You pointed back in the 1960s when foundational Black Americans had things popping. Yes, we did. What happened after the 1960s? Immigration. We thought thinking that we're going to have people like us coming over riding. We got self-hating tethers like yourself who hated themselves, hated their homelands, and were jealous of us. And you wanted to come over and bring that jealous hatred and vitriol over here. And that's been a cancer to us. And that's why we've been delineating. And since we've been delineating, there's been a healing spirit on foundational Black Americans. The healing is getting better and we're getting more progress, and we realize what the problem was. It was tethers. So now we're getting it together, sir. So we're doing better, right?
Oh, I disagree, but I'll land my plane there. It was nice talking to you, Tariq.
Oh, he got the hell out of here when I hit that. Yeah. Oh, that hit a nerve.
Yo, crazy. So I'm gonna land right here, everyone. I'm gonna say this. Give me a second, so I can. I think this was very important when we asked these people where they're from. It's very important because you heard this guy, you heard another girl, and we heard another person try to cosplay of being Black Americans until we pulled it out of them. We have people like Shabaka, Shabaka, I personally think you're an immigrant. I don't think you're a Black American. Black Americans do not sound like you. I don't think Pan-Africans sound like you. You're on a whole different level. Plus you hate Tariq Nasheed. You must be a liberal or you got to be an immigrant. I personally think you're an African. And I don't see nothing wrong with being an African. I just don't like Africans who hates to tell people that they're African and they have to cosplay of being a Black American, a foundational Black American. And this is examples. We don't want these type of people talking with sure an immigrant. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Well, you technically a tether because you undermine what Black Americans have do, and you always big up what Africans do. So yeah, we do have a problem with that in this country. It's a you problem, my best advice is definitely keep on naming them, telling people this is an immigrant right here. Stay away from that tether right there. He's going to set us up and have his cousins work over here and stuff like that. It's just we all have to stay on code together. This reparation is going to pop off. It's just sometimes things take time, and I think we're going to get it sooner as ever. And when we get it, we're going to see what these people say after. But I want to say this. I'm going to give my shout outs and my thanks to Dwight. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it this way. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. No, let me just do it the old way. Dwight, Dorsey, Shabaka, E-Will, let's see. Shabaka, DJ X1, shout out to DJ X1. Jay Dora, if I say your name right, I'm sorry if I butcher it. I said DJ X1, yeah, definitely. Gabriel Yula, if I said it right. I hope I said it right. Real TV Podbox, shout out to you. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if they got this here. I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna do it through this one right here. I'm gonna start over. Jay Yurla, Earl Miller, 9844. Shout out to you. Rocky America, shout out to you. Jesus Saves, I guess Christianity is something. Shout out to you. Mackie Samuel, shout out to you. Brett Rose, shout out to you. Ricky Rebel, shout out to you. Mr. Duke 310, shout out to you. Dub S6K, shout out to you. Lala Brown, shout out to you. Bunny Flower, shout out to you. Woody, shout out to you. Postmaster Sergeant, shout out to you. One Yerla, shout out to you. Whitey, shout out to you. Real Talk Pod, Black, shout out to you. Kari, shout out to you. Del Monte, definitely shout out to you. Buckwood, shout out to you. EO5261, shout out to you. Randall, shout out to you. Dwight Dursey, shout out to you. Shabaka, shout out to you. The Hula Gang, shout out to you. E Will, shout out to you. DJ X, shout out to you. And the people I miss, I apologize, but shout out to you. And the people who subscribed today was E Miller, David Howard, Mike Free, and Lala Brown. Shout out to y'all. So y'all have a great night, and we'll do something probably tomorrow or Monday morning or Monday afternoon, and we're gonna have a great one already, because I already picked it out. And I want to say thanks everybody for watching. This was a great show. I'm talking about even the white supremacists, Pan-Africans, FBA, immigrants, tethers, just everybody who was on this show. Thank you for just watching, man. I appreciate this, man. It makes me want to do this more. And again, have a great Saturday, rest of your Saturdays, and happy Sabbath to people who are Hebrew Israelites as well.